Here we are. We're streaming. We're live. So I was telling my Discord this, which I just created a Discord. If you want the link, let me know. But so I'm now going to be streaming every Sunday at 7, and I'll do a few other streams here and there if I feel like it. But from now on, definitively, there will be a stream on Sunday starting at 7. I'm actually 3 minutes late because I can't tell time correctly, but Sunday at 7 is what I'm planning on every Sunday. Now, there's some days that I was like Christmas this year is on a Sunday. I probably won't stream that day. But other days I will, or most Sundays I will. So, yeah. Anyway, how's everybody's day been? Start of a new week, which is always fun. Thanksgiving is in a week as well. So not this Thursday, but the Thursday after that. What's up, Marcel? How are you? And as always, I'm probably gonna put the impact. I'll do it right now. I'm gonna put the invite link in the Discord. So the Jedi Knight channel, I think, is what I'm gonna do. Because if I make you a Jedi Knight, then that means I trust you. I haven't streamed in a while. It's been a while. At least it feels like it's been a while. Shoot, probably hasn't been, but whatever. Knowing how much I stream. So Jedi Knight channel on the Discord is where I'm putting the invite link for anyone who wants to join. Hello, Jay. Iron Inquisitor. Is that a pop figure of Jarek? Is that a real one or like fan art of one? Be cool if they made one. I mean, if they did make one, I had no idea, but that's cool. But as I was telling Marcel, if he wants to join the stream, I put the invite link in the Jedi Knight channel on Discord. So I think Jay's in the Discord. I don't know if you're in the Discord, Jay. I know Iron is. Slav, what's up? How are you? As I was saying earlier, every Sunday at 7 is I'm going to start. That's what I'm going to stream. So, yes, Slav says you have a Discord. I do. I created one like a couple weeks ago. I'm going to put the invite link to the Discord in the chat. Where's the invite link? Invite people. Give me a link. So yeah, anyone who wants to join the Discord, if you haven't joined already. I think Slav, from what I can tell, out of everyone who's joined, you're the only one who hasn't joined it yet. So we have a lot of fun. Oh, I'm having trouble connecting. That's just lovely. And once you join Slav, I'll make you a Jedi Knight. The Jedi Knight rank is kind of like, I don't know, your normal member of the Discord. You're just better. All you really get perk wise is, of course, the role, and then the chat that only Jedi Knights have. No roles, Jedi Knight. There you go. So if you want to join, there you go. Anyway, what's everyone been reading? Jay says, "Am I Jedi Knight?" You are a Jedi Knight, so you should be able to see it. In fact, I'm just gonna tag all Jedi Knights so I can do that. I have power. I have power as the Grand Master. I haven't had to ban anyone, which is weird. I like banning people. Yeah. Actually, he doesn't get the rank of master. So you could have said the full quote and it would have made sense. what is everyone reading in terms of EU? And if you're not reading any EU, what else are you reading? I'm still reading Slave Ship. I've been reading about like halfway through it. It's pretty good. I'm really liking it. I like the first book a little bit better though so far, but I like the second book too. Currently reading Cormac McCarthy's new book. That's cool. I have no idea who that is, but that's cool. I'm probably supposed to know who that is, but I don't know a lot of things these days. So, The Back to War, it's a reread for me. That's cool. Reading a lot of Marvel DC comics. Imagine if DC made Star Wars comics. Imagine that. I'm getting Discord notifications. That's probably something else. WACDC. Oh, yeah. I was waiting for someone to say something. I'm not going to say I'm a big ACDC fan, but I am a fan of ACDC. Comic-wise, I was reading through Crimson Empire Council of Blood, and I'm like almost done with it. I need to finish it. I have probably like 2 issues left of it. I'm reading the trade paperback, but I need to finish it, get it over with, because I want to start reading some Clone Wars comics. Because after the Bounty Hunter Wars, I planned on reading the X-Wing books, but I don't know. There's just so much I want to read. Like I want to get into like the prequel stuff. I want to get into some prequel books, and the first one I want to start out with, I know it's a fan favorite, is this book right here. I want to start with Dark Rendezvous, because I've been told by everyone who's read this book that it's fantastic. So I want to go ahead and read it. Plus, after the whole Dooku stuff and Tales of the Jedi, I meant Tales of the Clone Wars, excuse me, pardon my French. But after the Tales of the Clone Wars episodes, I really wanted to read this. I now have a more of an interest in this, mainly because I know there's a lot of Dooku in here, and of course Yoda's in it as well. And what's cool about this book is, of course, it's with the rest of the EU. It's with the multimedia project. So, but yeah. So after I read Bounty Hunter Wars, I'm gonna start reading this. So, and then get into some Clone Wars comics. Just start reading some Clone Wars stuff, man. Kind of getting bored of Post Jedi. I love Post Jedi. You guys know that, but I want to read some other stuff. So, see how I like the Clone Wars and the because what I want to do is I want to compare the multimedia project and Filoni's Clone Wars. A fair comparison, obviously. Obviously, I'm going to be a little biased, EU, but I do want to give them both a fair shake. Now, I'm pretty positive the EU is going to be a lot better. Also, because it fits with everything else. So, unlike Filoni's Clone Wars, but so I guess the only sort of multimedia project I've ever experienced is the micro series. So, which I really enjoy the micro series. That's a lot of fun. I actually have the first volume on DVD. I need to get the second one. And of course, since I have the first volume of DVD, I've read that a lot more. But anyway, or I've watched it a lot more, not read it. You can't read a DVD. DVD players read them. Anyway. What's up, Slav?
Howdy. Can you hear me okay?
Your mic's muted. Just kidding. We hear you fine.
No.
It reminds me, a while back, you know Sheev Talks, right?
Oh yeah, Sheev.
Yeah. I went on his stream. I was like on his live stream, and he went away to go do something. I was telling the chat, hey, when he gets back, spam that his mic is muted. And he was there for like 5 minutes trying to fix his mic. It was the funniest thing ever. And then he realized that he kicked me out of the stream. So,
oh no,
it was funny. It was hilarious. I think I don't know, like 2 or 3 live streams ago. He doesn't go live very often. Now that
No, he's
there's like an individual like live stream section on YouTube. At least it is on mobile. Like you can like when you're going through someone's channel, whoops, it'll say like home, and then it'll say videos, and then it'll say live.
yeah.
So I don't know. You can
That's
go back through there, see what's on there. It was hilarious. I was
yeah.
laughing.
That was really helpful because a lot of YouTubers weren't putting that in a separate category or like a playlist. So I'd always have trouble finding old live streams, but thankfully YouTube did that. Um,
Yeah.
I can do that. Hey, I was going to tell you if you want to read some good Dooku stuff, there's a lot of really good stuff from Secrets of the Jedi. I believe that's what it's called. Uh, and that has to
Isn't
deal
that
with,
isn't that like a young adult book?
yeah, but that's where a lot of the good stuff is.
Hey, the young adult stuff is some of the best stuff in the EU.
Indeed.
In fact, I'm looking it up now. I wonder how much it costs these days. Was it
Uh,
what's it called? Secrets of the Jedi?
yeah, Secrets of the Jedi here.
Of
See
course,
if I
Disney
can.
can't release their own Secrets of the Jedi.
Do they really?
Well, it's a guide.
Oh, okay. Wait. So there's Secrets. There's another one. It's not Tales.
Legacy
This,
of the Jedi.
that may have been it.
But I've known about this book for a while. Hey, buy new in hardcover for $15. Hey, I might get that.
Yeah, man. It's those some of the most of those YA books are fairly cheap, which is good. They need to be.
I've heard Jedi Apprentice was pretty expensive though. Unless I'm thinking
Really?
of, unless I'm thinking of Galaxy of Fear.
Oh well, Galaxy of Fear is an exception. Everybody wants
Yeah,
that.
but
That's like the outlier. But uh, yeah, there may
Yeah.
be some apprentice ones that are pretty expensive.
What's up?
that series is
Oh my
popular.
God, is that Jay?
Indeed it is, man. What up?
Hey Jay, how you doing, man?
Good, chilling.
Hey,
He's doing
am I
he's
real
doing
echoey?
fine.
Why you say so, Lance?
What?
Oh, you said I'm doing fine.
You're doing fine, right?
Yeah, I am. I
At
was
least I
gonna
hope
say
you are. I mean, if you're not, well, I'm wrong then.
He didn't like you
wrong.
talking for him.
Yeah.
You gotta.
I can speak for myself, damn it. But I was saying, and if I'm gonna watch this bad movie with my friends in a few hours called Sharkula.
Shark.
I might drink.
Sharkless.
I might drink when I do it because I can't be sober watching this shit. I just can't do it anymore. I'm tired, man. I'm really tired.
When was Sharkula made?
2022.
Oh, it's new. Okay,
Yeah,
that's all.
That explains why it's bad.
I've heard they got some. This one's gonna be probably in the history books. This will be a night to remember.
In the
For sure.
Discord, tell me how it is. So
I got
you guys, is this Discord fairly active?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Not a whole lot of members in it. There's like 20 members, but hey.
Now it's secretly
So
a cult.
Or
You have
that.
like you got a Filoni hate channel. All right, I'm leaving. Bye, y'all. You guys got like a meme place where I can put like
Yeah.
all of like a bunch of cursed stuff?
Cursed, yeah. Like the
Okay,
cursed
cool.
Ewok, like cursed.
Yeah, there's a
Wicket.
memes channel, but there's also a Matt Wilkins channel. That's also a meme channel at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, you do that to Matt.
George
Hey.
Lucas, what's your thoughts on Dave Filoni?
Oh, he's nice. He calls me a lot. I don't know why. I don't talk to him that much. I leave him on red all the time.
Dang.
It's
I
so
leave him on
freaky
red.
how you do it. It's so
That's an
freaky.
L.
Hey, George, how did you see my new thing, George? No.
We're already starting off on a great note.
Marcel has a really good Filoni impression.
Yeah, I've heard it. It's good.
I mean, he makes Filoni sound like fruity, but I mean, it works.
Like, hey George, or like, is it like,
No offense to fruity people.
Is it like this? Is it like, hey George? Is it like that?
Yeah, it's fruity.
oh man. Hey,
We
George,
should like.
what if I retcon this?
He doesn't retcon stuff. He contradicts stuff. There's a
Oh,
difference.
definitely, yeah, that big difference. Big difference.
So George,
Retcons
have you
can
seen?
actually be good.
Oh yeah,
Hey George,
a
have you
lot of
seen my new
Mhm.
show, George? And he's like, no, I'm busy setting up my wife's museum.
wife's museum.
Well, it was like a museum that I think was like dedicated to his wife or something. It was a civil rights museum. That's what he built.
Oh,
Marcel, we all interpret it that way. Trust me.
It sounds it's not hard to mistake.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I said
when-
you sound just like him.
yeah. I was gonna say, Slav, when you were in the George Lucas voice and you said "my fine chocolate wife" in the other stream, I was crying laughing. My guy, that shit had me rolling. My fine
What
chocolate wife.
what if he said that? He said my fine chocolate queen or something like that.
My Nubian princess.
Yeah.
Oh man, that would be
Oh, I
fucking
didn't.
hilarious.
So
Hey, I mean, she's like in her 40s, so he's winning. I mean, he's like 80 now, so
He's
he's
80
winning.
now.
I don't know how old he is. He's almost 80.
so
Is he?
He's
yeah,
old.
man.
You not
I
seen
know
him?
he's old, but like,
Dude, he's got like 2.5 feet in the grave, man. I hate saying that, but it's true.
oh my god, come on, Slav.
Can you imagine the day when he passes? I mean, oh my gosh, bro, the fandom's gonna explode.
Yeah, it really is. The day
I can't
him
imagine
and-
how the DC fandom is doing right now.
Oh, dude.
I'm fucking crushed, bro. Cause like,
I remember because I woke up, like it was like at 1 p.m. I woke up, I looked at my phone, and I'm like, you no. I was like, no.
to be
I
honest,
didn't even
I
know he
thought
had cancer. Was it like a Chadwick Boseman thing? You didn't tell nobody?
I think
I
so.
don't know.
I think it was like
Not that that's a
cancer thing.
bad thing. I'm just
Yeah.
curious because I mean I had no idea.
That's the weird part is that he was really healthy. Like, dude was jacked at like 66, and I know he ran. Like he would run around the park. He'd like make posts about it sometimes. So yeah, that caught everybody off guard. That was
I
weird.
love Kevin Conroy, man. He seemed like a really
We all
great.
do. I mean, I was reading. I've read a Batman Year One a while back,
You
and
did?
I read it in his voice. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
You can't read. You cannot read Batman these days and not hear anyone
Yeah,
else but Kevin Conroy.
exactly. Yeah.
Also, in
And
my
then-
opinion, I mean, I hate to say this, but Christian Bale's Batman voice, it just sounds stupid sometimes.
It's so fucking stupid. It's so fucking. Hold on. I'm so glad you broke.
Shut up, Joker. Shut up, Joker.
I'm
Bro,
trying too hard to sound fucking scary. Are you scared? Like, come
I
on.
want to know about bears and rabbits. What are they? You know, that was from the Batman Begins video game. He was chasing down drug dealers. That's what he said.
is that what he actually said?
Yeah, Christian Bale did the voice for the game.
Wait, what did he say?
I want to know about bears and rabbits. He says
I want to
that.
know about bears and rabbits.
Yeah, because that's what they were hiding the drugs. They were hiding them in like stuffed animals. So that was like the lingo they would use, the dealers. And so he's like,
Bears
like the
and
most
rabbits.
ridiculous thing you never want to hear Batman say. He says it.
I want to know about bears and rabbits.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Hold on.
Is this gonna be?
Goodbye, friends.
All right, see you. I was gonna say,
You're gonna say what?
oh shit, I lost my train of thought.
We'll get it back on track.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's gonna be the new Cassian Andrew, like the bears and rabbits thing. It is funny how
Okay,
even
I found it.
Mhm.
I found it. I'm gonna put it in. Where am I gonna put it?
can you play it? Can you play it for us?
I guess I can if you can. How do I do that? Present? Do I just present? No.
You can.
I don't think you have power to do that. I don't know
Share
if I can
screen.
give
There
you
we go. Share screen.
I gotta see this because I know what game
Sure.
you're talking about too.
Oh, all right. Can you see it now?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
What if you just
All
had
right,
like
so-
a million porn tabs open? But continue.
Yeah, I know, right? Can you hear it?
Mm-mm. Damn it. looks funny though. It looks funny. And damn it,
Looks like an old Rockstar game.
that's what it does look like.
Did you hear it?
No,
No.
Oh shit! You were
Okay.
trying to tell me. I because it was loud on my end. Let me see.
I want to know about bears and rabbits.
Lance, I'm an old man. You do it. I'll send you the link.
I don't know how to do it. Actually, I don't know. It naturally does it for me. Do you have headphones in?
Yeah.
That's probably it.
Yeah,
All
it
right.
might be.
I'm just gonna put it in general in your server. You do it.
I was gonna say, you know, when he did his voice in Batman Begins, it was stupid, but it was bearable. Dark Knight, it started getting a lot more goofier, especially. Is it me, but Christian Bale? Wait, is it playing? Did I hear something?
What the fuck? I mean, frick. There's
Ooh.
grouping now. I don't know. I need to get Google Chrome, bro. I'm still using freaking Microsoft Edge on this thing.
You're using Edge.
Shut up.
30 years ago.
Shut up. I keep forgetting to get Chrome. See, look at that. Look at that Microsoft Edge tabs.
Oh God, everything's like in white.
Shut up. You're white.
I can't stand this when you talk. Please, anything. Just let me out. I want to know about bears and rabbits. What are they? I don't know. How do I find bears and rabbits? Bears and rabbits. How do I find it? They go to some guy in the Narrows. What guy? I don't know his name.
What
Stand
guy?
down. You talk. Please. How do I find bears and rabbits? What?
I've been torturing him.
It's so stupid.
Oh my god.
He's like
Sounds
says it 3 times in a row.
Bears.
I want to know about bears and rabbits.
Oh, it's so edgy and tryhardy.
I don't know how Christian Bale read that and just didn't fall over laughing.
I know.
I mean,
I'm
yeah.
sure they were all having fun in the booth when he was doing that.
Oh,
Imagine
definitely.
writing that, like being the guy who wrote that.
Oh, I
You gotta
know.
have a little fun with Batman. You can't make them. You gotta.
I'm sure the voice directors and stuff are just going, "Hey, man, we didn't write this shit." Like Christian Bale's like, "All right, sure,
Just say it.
yeah, just say
Mm.
it." They're going to make a sequel game to that for the Dark Knight, and apparently they did all the voice work for it. And
Did they get Heath Ledger involved?
I think so. Yeah, I know because Gary Oldman, like, he said that they were doing it at a con or whatever when he wasn't supposed to do that, and then that game never came out, and so the rights transferred to Rocksteady, and then we got the Arkham games because of that because the game didn't work out. So
Oh, that's.
I'm okay with it.
No,
I'm okay
I'm so glad the game didn't work out.
Yeah.
I'm
A few
so
times.
happy the game. I know I sound like an asshole, but Arkham Asylum is 10 times better than probably what that game was gonna be. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But I was gonna say, yeah, Christian Bale looks really goofy as Batman, especially in the daytime too. That's just my opinion, but like he just I don't know, the way he just stands there.
So I like Kevin's voice, but one of the things is that he didn't really ever disguise it, and so I would be like, and I'm okay with that. But it's like, if you ever heard Batman talk, like let's say you're a thug, and then you like hear Bruce Wayne on TV, it's like you're probably gonna go, oh, that's Batman.
Yeah, no, I think he had a little variation between his Bruce, like, and different like inflections in his voice that you could tell.
Yeah, I could see that. I know definitely for the animated series, he did it
Yeah.
a lot better of a job distinguishing it because like he had Batman more raspy there, and then he would have Bruce Wayne be a little bit more cheerful, there.
Yeah.
Hey Lance, I was going to ask you, dude.
What?
Tell everybody about how you went off on Pablo, on bitch ass Pablo.
You know what's
Pablo
funny about
Escobar?
that? I'm actually scrolling through my Twitter. I was about to talk about that. Before I get to that, I want to read you guys his freaking bio on Twitter. Now, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but just parts of it. Pointer alter professional actualer, whatever that means, and
He's basically-
curia of the Space Vatican.
Oh God, this dude.
What does it
Oh,
even mean? Space Vatican. What is that?
what? What is what?
Lucasfilm?
You know what's bad
Aren't
about it?
you're the Catholic here.
No, yeah, true.
That's what confuses me. I know
Wow.
what the Vatican is, obviously, but like, okay. Well, anyway,
He thought he was. He
Um,
thought he was like smart when he made that.
so I'm gonna read you guys. In fact, you know what? I'm just gonna bring it up on my laptop that way, and just share my screen that way you guys can see it.
I want to know
Um,
about bears and rabbits.
That made your day, didn't it, Jay?
Yeah, it really did.
I think bears and rabbits are smarter than Pablo Hidalgo.
Guys, it's mythology. It's like a legend, you know?
Bro,
Is that your Pablo Hidalgo impression?
That's my nerd
who
Pablo
gave
Hidalgo.
birth to Pablo Hidalgo? For real, imagine giving birth to that.
I had the perfect meme, or not meme, the perfect GIF for Pablo Hidalgo. Let's see if I saved it.
How do you turn
No.
dark mode on? Because yeah, this sucks.
Oh, I didn't save it.
Whatever.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Pablo Hidalgo is a character, man.
All right, I posted it in general. that's
Let me see.
that's Pablo Hidalgo.
What'd you post?
It's in general on Discord.
Oh my goodness, let's see. Oh yeah, that's Pablo for sure. Actually,
Actually,
oh gosh, I think I just pulled an actually on Pablo and just freaking destroyed him. Anyway, so let's read his original tweet here. Let's study this ridiculousness. It's a whole thread. I didn't respond to the whole thread because the whole thread is just babbling on, but it's this tweet here. He says the enormity. I haven't even read Jason Fry's tweet, but that's whatever. Wait, what? Okay, now I'm gonna have to talk. Because now I just read this. I campaign post EU for recorded Star Wars history to be cut down to say, why? Do you guys not do they not know what 1,000 generations is? It's 25,000 years, roughly. That's why it was made that. We just didn't pull a freaking number out of a hat. Whatever, Jason. That's not the point. The enormity of the Star Wars timeline is one of those things that shines a light on the artifice of storytelling, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but you start to question how specific notions of canon can be and realize why it's better treated all as a myth or narrative. I'm not gonna show. I'm just gonna go off on him because this is ridiculous. Do you guys know?
Show the
Y'all
end
know-
tweet real quick.
What was that?
Show the end tweet just real quick, just like for context, because he summarizes, I think, at the end. I think.
Like the very last tweet.
Yeah, just like the very last one.
This one.
Yeah.
Oh, unless anyone start thinking this is some pronouncement of policy or anything, it's just one guy's headcanon. Well,
what? What the fuck?
then why is he?
Shut the fuck up. Keep it in your head.
Yeah, stupid. Because you're a part of the story group. You're practically the head of the story group. What? People are going to take this as fact.
Oh,
But
Pablo.
anyway,
this is a fact, but it's like also my opinion.
Yeah, it might as well be a fact with how much contradictions are in the EU. Or I meant not the EU, the new canon. It doesn't have that many contradictions. But the new canon, I mean, the EU has contradictions, but it's like more like, I like to call it like cosmetic stuff, like the color of someone's lightsaber or how tall someone is. Stuff like that. It's not like big blaring ones like we're seeing in the new canon. But anyway, so y'all know that back in the day, when they, Super Stoney and all those people, when they were handling canon, they didn't consider it a myth or a narrative. It's a narrative, duh, because it's a story, dumbass Pablo. But a myth, they never treated it as a myth. They treated it as a history. Since it's treated as a history, that means that A and non-A cannot be happening at the same time in the same way. Basically meaning there can't be contradictions if it's a history. We know it's a history because there's a timeline to it, but I guess myths can have timelines. actually, not really. I don't know. Greek mythology and all those different mythologies is pretty confusing to me. But
Well, I
You
mean,
said pretty what?
they're stories in and of themselves. So in a way,
yeah,
you can kind of view it as a timeline for each event
Mhm.
happening in the story.
yeah. But I mean, I don't know. Star Wars just can't work like that. It
Oh
just
no, I
doesn't.
understand.
Well,
I under-
I just want to read more of his tweets here because I think it's so stupid. He goes on to talk about characters' accents as if anyone gave a monkey's left nut what someone's accent was in Star Wars, but whatever. If you want to get super granular and try to define things as specific, I'm probably mispronouncing some of these words.
I
I
don't.
don't care.
Oh, this him talking. Just.
It's like
Oh, he's an.
I don't think accents in a story is, or having two or a character having two accents or whatever is anywhere close to big blaring plot holes and contradictions. I mean, and then he starts talking about Dawn of the Jedi, and then he's like, but yeah, when Dawn of the Jedi storytelling came out with recognizable iconography and incidents, I likened it to telling a story about hunter-gatherers crossing the Bering Strait, having them speak English, and having one of them named Washington you'd rejected. I don't even understand what he's trying to say here.
Yeah,
It's like,
he's
I
rambling.
don't think anyone really cared that much about it. Dawn of the Jedi, like, oh, they're speaking basic.
He's rambling.
Yippee. What? It's a
Yeah,
story. Of course, you're going to speak basic or
and then
English.
another thing about this is Pablo Hidalgo's just such a fucking nerd. Like I'm a nerd, but goddamn, he's such a fucking nerd. Jesus Christ,
I think what he's maybe trying to communicate is that, with especially that Washington, the Bering Straits, of course, those happen like a long way away from each other, and maybe he's just trying to say like that's the comparison is that it wouldn't seem like in a real life story you made a character, a story about that actual event happening, and one of them's named Washington, you wouldn't accept it. Just how, let's say you have a story set 25,000 years ago in Star Wars, and they started speaking English. That's the comparison. But it's like Sheev made a very good point earlier on Twitter. He was saying that this is a galactic-wide community that has a way to transfer data in a way that didn't used to be done before. They have light speed between different systems. And not to mention they have a galaxy-wide government. It would make sense. It's not completely unbelievable that a language would stay consistent for that long, considering how much, I would say, it's just so much info is constantly being transferred between different planets. I don't know. That's just my opinion. But I think she made a lot of sense there.
Yeah, but I mean, also too though, it's Star Wars. It's fiction. It doesn't have to follow the rule. I just think this analogy he's making here just is so ridiculous. Like, I mean,
Like, I'm agreeing with
I
you.
think what he should have used as an analogy is the Kanan and Bad Batch comic. Or I said that wrong. The Kanan comics and the Bad Batch show. That contradiction. And try and somehow explain that with his whole myth idea. It just doesn't. And see, because I was reading this on Wikipedia, I know it's not the best source, but they talked about it on there, like the whole contradiction. And Pablo Hidalgo basically had said, "Yeah, we're going to treat both of them as canon." Like, but it's like how? How can they both be canon? They both contradict each other. They can't happen at the same time in the same way. That's a contradiction.
And that's ultimately what this whole Twitter thread and what he says there is a cop out. And I don't know if I mentioned it here, but Dave, when that whole Bad Batch thing happened in season 1, people called him out. His response was, "You have to look at Star Wars canon like the Bible, not everything, because like there's contradictions in the Bible. You can look at it from different ways." And it's like, dude, you're making a narrative. You're not making a religious text. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I also think with what he was, I don't know if he said contradiction. I'm sure what he was talking about in regards to the Bible is the 4 Gospels, because the 4 Gospels are different accounts. They don't contradict each other, but they're different views of the life of Jesus. They're not contradicting, but they're like different interpretations of it. It's the same thing. They're all true. It's all I consider it true, at least. But
in the sense of the Gospels, a lot of it is like four dudes basically saying saying a story that it happened this way, and the other dude saying it sort of happened this way. Instead of it was this day, it happened on that day. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just saying.
I
I
think
guess you could
maybe
call that a contradiction.
I
I wouldn't
think
call it a contradiction,
I
but
think what Dave's maybe comparing it to is something akin to how in Genesis you have in Genesis, I believe 1. I could be wrong.
Yeah, Genesis chapter 1 and Genesis 2 have slightly different. They both can work. I think I don't remember exactly how they can work, but they both can work, right?
Mhm.
They don't really contradict each other, but I know what you're talking about. I've seen that before.
Yeah.
Um,
yeah, I know
Different
what you're
creation
talking about.
stories. Yeah, and I think that's like what Dave's saying, and it's just ultimately it's like Dave, you're just making an excuse.
Are you calling him Dave?
Dave, yeah. Well,
We're talking about Pablo.
I was talking about Dave earlier because of his whole Bible analogy. Pablo didn't make that analogy.
Oh, Dave's probably never read the Bible in his life, but anyway.
Well, he names a bunch of characters from the Bible. He may be a religious man, I don't know, but
I highly doubt it.
you just don't like him, Lance.
Yeah, not like that floating.
You want to give this man no credit?
Yeah,
I don't
at all.
I don't at all. I'm just kidding. If he's Christian, that's great. I'll see him in heaven. Damn.
the eye roll and everything.
I'm joking. That was a good joke though.
No, that was a good one. I would say
Anyway, go
in
ahead.
heaven he has a Funko Pop of Ahsoka. He's like, here,
Oh
Lance.
gosh, I would say St. Peter, kick him out now. Anyway, go ahead.
And Marcel, when you joining, bro?
Marcel went off with a couple of people to go film stuff, like for like some. I think it's with a light cider audio drama.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think at that, or it's for one of his videos. I don't know exactly.
Have you guys seen his readings?
Oh yeah.
I don't watch YouTube that much, so I haven't. Sorry, Marcel. I love you though.
He reads a bunch of short stories and stuff from the EU. They're good.
Yeah, no, I know he's been doing really good. I
listened to a little bit
really
of it. I listened to a little bit of it, so I think I like his voice. He has a great
Oh
reading
yeah,
voice.
great reading voice. Canadian.
Anyway, I want to. Sorry, but I don't want to. We can talk about. I would love to talk about Marcel, but I want to talk about my response, and then we'll talk about that.
All right, cool.
So I'm not trying to be mean or anything. I just because I'm kind of proud of how I responded to Pablo here. So.
Oh no! Yeah. Hey, look, like you're the host. You got to rein it in. I get it.
I'm the host, but I'm trying. I love you guys. Anyway. When he said it was a myth, this was my first response. I didn't intend to make a thread, but I ended up doing it. I told him that contradictions are inevitable, and that's true. Star Wars is huge. There's so many writers and storytellers. It's going to happen one way or the other. And this can happen across all franchises. Marvel, DC, maybe not Lord of the Rings, but whatever. Any big
Marvel
story
and DC has a lot of that, but a lot of it's patched up with retcons. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I mean that's going to happen when you have these massive stories,
mm-hmm.
and with all these different writers. So that's going to happen. But then I told him there's a difference between accidental contradictions due to human error, making mistakes, and the contradictions due to creators no longer giving a shite about the continuity, which is where we're at in the Disney canon. So, and then I go down here and I talk about how
Lance will be arguing continuity with Filoni in heaven.
I will, and I'm going to destroy him at it. Anyway.
Iron's in our chat. He made a comment.
He's in our chat.
Yeah. I think he's trying to get...
Pablo's in our chat?
Pablo Hidalgo came in.
I mean, did I say Pablo or Iron?
I heard you say Pablo, Jay.
I probably said Pablo.
If it's Pablo,
I was like, Pablo's about to throw hands, dude.
I would love to. Wait.
Hey, Pablo.
If Pablo is on, if he got the stream invite, that means he's in my Discord.
Yeah, one of us. Pablo.
I
Yeah, one of us invited him.
Yeah. What did you say, Lance?
I said shit. He's in my Discord. Actually, you know what? I would love to talk to Paulo Hidalgo on stream.
Oh, I know you.
I'm serious. I would love to talk to this guy.
I wouldn't.
Anyway, so I
Actually,
mentioned,
I
I
don't know
started
why.
mentioning how Star Wars is once treated as a history, right?
Mm-hmm.
Back within the EU days, that is. Whose TV is that? Is that Iron?
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as I got on, my grandma went "Oh," and turned the volume up.
Anyway,
Can
so
you push to talk?
I heard something. Was that you, Slav?
I was like, yeah, could you do push to talk?
I'm sure he could.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't really hear it now, so it's cool. Anyway,
Okay. All right.
so I said now it's treated as myth or legend. There's a reason for that. Then meaning like back in the day, the creators cared about continuity. They recognized A and non-A couldn't happen at the same time in the same way. Right? Contradictions don't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Which is fun. I mean, I can't believe I have to spell this out for them, but whatever. Now, since it's all myth continuity, or since it's all myth, continuity doesn't mean anything throughout a comic. What I find interesting that was not the original intention when Lucas rebooted the canon, and we can prove that, right?
Mm-hmm.
With
Yeah.
when they got rid of the hierarchy, and I mentioned that here. Now, of course, I didn't make anything better; it made everything worse. Because the hierarchy is the reason why you have such good continuity in the first place. But
the Disney canon
whatever,
has a hierarchy.
It's the intentions, right?
Yeah,
Their intention was okay. If you get rid of the hierarchy, the continuity will be a lot smoother.
I was gonna say though, like the Disney canon has a hierarchy. It's just not an official hierarchy. Whatever.
Yeah,
Like
it pretty much exists, but it's unspoken by Lucasfilm.
yeah.
Well,
They
if it's unspoken by Lucasfilm, if it's not official, they don't have one, in my opinion.
No, I'm
It's more of a
saying
fan thing.
no. I'm saying it's clearly this is clearly whatever the movies and whatever the Dave Filoni wants to fucking do. That's just what it is. And that overrules whatever else book or comic. That's just how it is.
I can't really view it like that because, I mean, when the Bad Batch contradicted the canon comics, Pablo, instead of saying, oh, yeah, since it's a TV show, it'll outrank the comic, he didn't say that. He said, or I was either him or Filoni, I don't remember. I don't care. They're both the same person at this point. But Pablo said, yeah, you know, we're gonna treat both of them equally, is what he said.
Oh,
which
God.
that makes sense because makes sense meaning that's what their intention was. They wanted everything to be on the same playing field. But yeah, so now it's all a myth. If that's their quote unquote view or whatever, then continuity doesn't mean anything now. There is no continuity if it's all myth. If it's all going to be treated like one, because myths don't have any continuity. I mean, they do, but they don't at the same time. Anyway, so
That's
now
the,
that this,
I was going to say that's the weird part is because that's what Legends was supposed to be for their new continuity. That's why Dave snuck that line in Rebels where Ahsoka says, there's always a little truth to Legends, quote unquote. That's what's supposed to be their mythology, and it's like
his mother Kelly says
that's
one year
out the
ago she
window.
got a call from the Orange County Sheriff's
It's like
Office
they're
in Florida.
contradicting everything, like what you're saying.
hey Iron, I couldn't really hear Slav there.
Her family saw
Okay.
no
Oh, really?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm having a little bit difficulty hearing him too.
Is that my end or?
No, it's the TV. Sorry, Iron.
I can hear the local news from Iron's TV. Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny is before I got my laptop reset, it was all fine, but there's some setting that happened when they reset everything that made it. Oh, it picks up every sound, but like both the microphone on my headset and the laptop are on at the same time. But before, when I plugged it in, it wasn't a problem. It would turn off the internal one. It's so weird that it does that.
I think you can change a setting. You have Windows, right?
Oh yeah, Windows 10.
So I think like when you plug your headphones in, it should like bring up a pop up. It should say headphones. Like that's the audio you want. Either
I
that or
remember.
it's a microphone. I don't remember.
I've been trying to find something like that, but I can't. I can't find anything.
Hey, Iron, I got a quick fix just real quick. There should be, I don't know if it's hidden, it sometimes hides it from me. There should be a mute button at the like on StreamYards. Like whenever
Oh
you
yeah,
talk,
there's the mute button.
Yeah, you can unmute yourself when you want to talk, and then like when you, because it's just sometimes a little loud. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
I literally I was gonna get on, but then Grandma turns the TV on. She turns it up. That's
No,
the
I
only
understand.
problem. Being
I don't want
out
to come
here is
across. I don't
I'm
want
at
to
the
come
part
across.
of the house. The only place I can get internet access, but it's in the middle of the house where like every bit of noise goes to if there's something going on in the kitchen, or if she's watching the TV. It's just frustrating.
No, that's cool. I don't want to sound like mean or anything.
No, it's no big deal. It's just I've been out here for so long.
Which state are you in?
I'm still in Washington. I'm kind of just like sort of close to central Washington now.
Mm-hmm.
Where my grandma lives out in the middle of nowhere.
Not a well-populated area.
Yeah, like the closest town is like 7 miles away, and even that it's pretty small.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think I pretty much said my piece. I think Paulo's an idiot. He don't know what he's talking about. Damn.
And what's funny, this is the same guy who also said on his Twitter to not believe anything he ever posts on there.
Wait, what?
Yeah, in 2017, Pablo Hidalgo said, "Don't believe anything I tweet, period, ever," or something along that lines. And so it's funny how like people use him as a source, but then he said that like every time I see one of those EU haters or Starlog quote humpers, try to use him as a source, I send them to that, and their jaws either hang down or they just reject it because it doesn't agree with their agenda.
That is so sad.
That is, I'm speechless.
And this is even more sad.
Let's see.
I mean, here you have a fan. You have a fan coming to Lucasfilm, asking them, when does the story take place? And they can't give an answer. Like, so fucking stupid. This is why I don't like the new canon anymore. This is why I don't care about it anymore. Because they do this stuff.
And they get paid to do this.
It's like, oh my gosh, you got rid of the whole EU because you wanted a better continuity. At least that's what I've been told. I mean, Lucasfilm, they haven't really said that, but they might as well have.
I thought it's basically they wanted more room to tell stories, so they don't want to be tied down by the current continuity or some shit.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, more creative freedom.
More creative freedom.
More creative freedom.
Oh.
Just sad. Because Paulo don't care about Star Wars. All he wants is the money. You don't have nothing to do with Star Wars. It's ridiculous is what it is.
Yeah, more
so I don't know. I've tried with the new canon so many times, but see, continuity's like that's why I've always been in Star Wars. Like things like DC and Marvel, I like those things, but I've never been a big fan of them because of the continuity. It's too messy for me, especially with DC with the Infinite Earths crap, all that stuff. It's confusing to me. I don't understand it.
Not to mention a lot of both big companies for the comics. It's hard to get a lot of their continuity as well because a lot of it on Amazon is just skyrocketed in price. And they don't keep things in print. So yeah, obviously it's very messy and very difficult. That's why New 52 was supposed to be a new big thing, and they messed it up. And then they said, well, all of our old friends left, so we're gonna make everything that's ever happened in DC canon in one continuity, and it's just you're insane.
See what I fear. What I fear
was
is
go-
Disney will do the same thing.
I was
In
gonna
fact, they are
say
doing the same thing. Basically, they might as well be doing that. It's
I was. Oh,
it makes
never.
me upset because you know what? I love Star Wars. I love the story. I love the movies, and I don't want to see it happen. I don't want to see Star Wars become like this. And eventually, my big fear is they're gonna start like they're gonna do a Crisis on Infinite Earths thing with the EU and the new canon, and try to mesh it all. And you're gonna be seeing Rey versus Jaina Solo and all this other stuff. And it's just gonna I'll puke if Star Wars ever becomes like that.
That's
I
gonna
mean,
happen. I didn't think it was, but it's like considering that the keepers of canon with the story group, I think that's probably what's gonna happen. It's
Max.
Max.
What up?
Max.
Hello.
The Queen of the EU.
How's everybody doing?
see what's weird, Scott? It's actually pretty good. I actually really like that show.
I love Andor.
I love Andor too. It's
Andor sweep.
kissing Andor.
Yeah, Andor.
Andor.
I feel the same way, Scott. Like it feels like feels like a generic sci-fi story, but at the same time it feels like Star Wars. It's weird. But I like the last episode. I thought was really good. I really liked last. In fact, I tweeted out said it was excellent. So, but now I've been seeing people say it's like OT level good or better than the OT, and I'm like, are you serious? But
Hey,
I know who you're
that's your
specifically
opinion. I
talking
wouldn't say that though. That's crazy.
Yeah, I've been
oh, if I
hearing
said
a
that
lot
about
of
the
great
EU
stuff
though, people get
about
all over me for it. Well, the EU's not better than the movies. EU.
I think I remember Hello Greedo was like, "Man, this is peak Star Wars" or something like that.
He's on Twitter worshiping the show.
Doesn't like Hello Greedo do like dance videos in stormtrooper gear just to get views? Like that dude barely gets over 5,000 views now.
Wait, he does dance videos in Stormtrooper gear?
Yeah, because he like nobody watches his stuff anymore.
Wow, that's
He barely
that's
even
incredible.
uploads.
That's
Yeah,
sad.
I remember back in the
Most
day
recently.
when Hello Greedo actually had a Greedo mask.
Hi, Nazo.
He had a Greedo mask?
Yeah, like that's what he wore in his very earliest
And
videos.
that's
but,
why he's called Hello Greedo.
Yep, but like the mask like disintegrated or something. It got destroyed, so then he just wore the stormtrooper helmet.
It's just like a latex Greedo mask.
Yeah, that's what it
That's
was.
kind of funny. But like,
It was a sign, and he never listened to it.
I want a latex George Lucas mask.
That's Slav has one.
Or a Jar Jar mask.
oh, bro, oh my god, if I had a Jar Jar mask.
I can imagine the Jar Jar one, but I'm trying to imagine the George Lucas one and how uncanny it would look.
Or like a latex Filoni mask, but it has the
Gungas?
stupid smile on it.
Oh yeah, the hat.
And the hat's sold separately.
Oh yeah.
That's a separate piece. It's like a
Yeah,
Lego.
you gotta buy that.
Yeah, you gotta put it all together. The Ahsoka shirt sold separately.
Yeah, and then you gotta get the Wolfpack helmet.
Yeah, and then the added accessory of the Plo Koon action figure.
Yeah, that's funny.
But there's the deluxe version with his persona on it.
But it's what?
His persona,
What do you mean?
because he's a furry. His persona.
Yeah.
He loves them wolves.
Yeah, he does love wolves. Wolves are badass, but I don't know, man.
Mhm.
Some people just take it a bit too extreme.
Mhm.
As I've said before, he was one of the kids that growled at people in school. I will live by that statement.
No, definitely. Like Dave Filoni, that's one. Okay, you could say Dave Filoni's being woke by pushing his furry agenda in Star Wars. You know what?
Furry agenda. He really pushed it in Rebels.
Oh
Really
yeah,
pushed it.
you really pushing that furry agenda.
It was a little bit too much wolves in that show, but I love
Yeah,
it.
and I have yet to get to that because I think that happens like season 4 or something like that.
Season like
His characters,
season
literally
3 or
right.
season
You know what I mean? Hey, I'll go check out General real quick.
You said what?
Check out General in the Discord.
Oh gosh, what'd you post? Jar Jar Kinks.
Oh no.
I'm not talking
Ew.
about on stream.
I would hate to know what type of kink Jar Jar is into. It couldn't be good.
He's too wholesome.
Yeah, he doesn't know what sex is.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. That either. Well, he did have a girlfriend.
Oh yeah, on TCW, yeah, season
Yeah.
6.
Fuck.
So,
Of course,
Jar Jar
Filoni would get
canonically
his
fucked.
girlfriend. Of course he would.
I think that was the same episode where Mace Windu fought like Mother Talzin or something like
I
that.
love
Yeah,
that. That's such a weird ass episode. God,
Jar
that's
Jar
weird,
canonically fucks.
man.
He claps cheeks, dude.
Misa Jar Jar Binks in that pussy. Oh, never. I'm sorry.
Misa going balls deep.
You said what?
Misa going balls deep.
Oh, come on. Misa balls deep.
Oh Jesus!
Y'all are crazy.
Lance,
I can't get it out of my head.
Lance, it's never me. It's always either Slav or Titus. I don't have
Oh,
nothing
hi,
to do.
Annie. Me and Padme were chilling.
Don't ask where we were during the pod race.
What? Wait, what are you talking about?
Don't ask where we were during the pod race, Annie.
No.
Isn't it
Wait,
weird?
whoa. I just thought about it. That's crazy.
Isn't it crazy that like the prequel trilogy is like the greatest story you've ever seen of a woman grooming a minor?
Oh, come on. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Oof.
Well, now we know
And
where
then, like-
London gets his inspiration from.
And then like the OT is like about like incest and like a love
Incest.
triangle with like your sister. Isn't that crazy?
I think House of the Dragon did it better.
Yeah.
That family tree is so weird. It's so
Oh.
confusing because like everybody's like an uncle or a cousin or like a
Yeah,
sister or a niece or a nephew, and I'm like, why?
It makes the
Well,
Habsburgs
you
look
gotta
simple.
No, you got to realize the family tree was already fucked up when Aegon said, "I'm gonna marry both of my sisters." It was
Ugh.
doomed from the start.
What a weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
TQ.
Visenia's cool, but like, what the fuck, girl?
Oh,
Really?
What about Rhaenyra?
I mean, she's going after her uncle a bit too hard, but I mean, in all fairness, Matt Smith's pretty hot, so
Oh yeah.
I support women's wrongs on that one.
You said women's wrongs.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, he wouldn't go after Matt Smith, but then again, it's like, they're related.
Daemon definitely groomed her. No one's gonna deny. No one can deny that.
What about the episode when she was younger and they went to the brothel?
That's what I'm saying. He groomed
Yeah.
her.
Yeah, it's weird.
Oof.
This stream, we were talking about Pablo Hidalgo. Now we're talking about Gungans having sex and then grooming people.
Oh my god.
Hey, Lance, I got something you can send to Pablo.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Send that, comment that under his post.
Oh my gosh. I don't want to talk to him no more. I sense estrogen.
I get it. I get it. I get it.
Huh?
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Too.
Everyone
He has
gets-
no testosterone in his body, bro. It's all estrogen.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with people who have estrogen, but he claims to be a man. So
Let's see.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, what's the
good.
rules for this place? See, no racism, homophobia, all the other isms and phobies. You know what they are. No, I don't.
Yeah. Don't be the fandom menace,
Scott
guys.
follows me on Twitter. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
essentially just don't be the Phantom Menace.
If a mod or Jedi Master tells you to do something, just do it. If it's clearly wrong,
Just do it.
Yeah, me, Max,
Another
and who else? We're gonna tell you to do stuff, and you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just do it.
keep
Yell into
politics
your
less
mic.
religion in the respective channels. No, I won't. So let's see. Just use common sense. I don't know what that is. Along with the expanded
Are
universe.
you reading
don't
my
know what that
roles
is.
on my Discord?
That's what he's doing. He's definitely reading the rules.
Oh,
Let's see.
gosh.
Also,
I
Jedi
don't even know
Masters.
what
Defend-
that
Wait. Annihilus, you're saying the Phantom Menace fell from grace. What fucking grace did they fall from? They had no grace.
There was none.
Did you see what Jeremy posted the other day?
Fell from grace.
They
They never had any grace.
Yeah.
Jeremy and what's his name? Ryan Kennel. They're going to the Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
What did they say?
Well, he said, Jeremy said, well, guess what? I'm black from the waist down, and I got Kendrick in my playlist, so I guess that means I can go watch it.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Nigga, you not funny. But I had to say,
I was like, that's the most cringe thing you've ever posted.
Yeah, like the dude is not funny whatsoever. Like, no.
Where's his eyebrows?
I want to punch Jeremy and Ryan Kendall so bad. I'm sorry.
Me too.
I try to be positive, guys, but they really get on my nerves a lot.
Man, I love it. And back in that day in 2019, when I got on Jeremy's nerves and made that video about him saying he likes The Last Jedi.
Well, he did. Star Wars Theory did too.
He's like, I like The Last Jedi. And then I don't know if it's still up, but then Jeremy reacted to it and has sent his followers after me.
God damn, that's
toxic.
toxic.
Cult on you.
Yeah, he's like, sick him. Yeah. Yeah, like, what the
whole
fuck
weird cult.
I know, send his death troopers.
His death trooper.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, get in here, bro. Get in here.
Yes, we are slandering them.
I would have a stream just slandering them. We should make fun of the hell out of them for the rest of the stream. I'm down. I'm just saying.
I'd love to beat one of them up
Right,
with a stick.
we get our
Ryan Kendall's
slander ready.
Oh, what about what's her name? Meg, the Star Wars girl. She's bad.
I'm gonna vomit.
And I hate to say it, but she's so fine, but so. Like,
I'm about to throw up. Okay, I just had chicken nuggets.
What about that Star Wars girl?
Gross. She's gross. I hate her.
She looks like.
I said, shut up, Meg.
Oh yeah.
Every time you meet a Meg who is stupid, just say, shut up, Meg.
Shut up, Meg.
There you go.
Hey Jay,
Shut up, Meg.
what would you get a Star Wars that Star Wars girl? Like out of 1 out of 10, like
You said
like
what?
1 to 10.
Is Meg
What?
the Star Wars girl like a TikTok girl or whatever? Who is that? I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I'm sort of vaguely familiar with that person, but not really.
Is she on Twitter?
You said what, Slav?
Oh, Anna, yeah, that's her name. Anna. I said she's an ethot. That's what she is.
Yeah, she's like an ethot who basically is fandom menace, and she loves talking about Revan.
Well, I mean, she's like they're like grifters. They latch on to things because they can exploit them for money. Like that's what like a lot of the fandom menace was. Like you can click. Like I'll give Brian Kennel this. It's like one of the few things. Like you can tell he's an EU fan. At least he's.
Oh yeah, that's the only thing I like
That's
about
a
him.
redeeming quality, but is that really like?
Well, it's like Jeremy's not. I don't think like
Jeremy's definitely not an EU fan.
what's his the world class bullshitters weren't. Is Van Skyver even part of that anymore? Van Skyver's not either.
Who's that dude? Who's the dude that wears that weird, stupid mask?
Doomcock.
Oh, he's bad. So bad.
Yo, I can't
I
believe
wanna
I
hit
used to
him with
watch
a
him at some point. Oh.
Doomcock. Yeah, Filoni and Favreau are going to save Star Wars, y'all.
Well, one of the most cringe things Doomcock said was, "Oh, they're gonna decanonize the sequels and put it in the Legends continuity." It's like, how does that work?
That makes what?
It's so weird.
It's
here's
made
the
me lose
thing,
brain
they could
cells
do
so
that.
much.
They could do that.
It's like Doomcock and Mike Zero are the biggest weirdos on the fucking internet. They just
No.
just pull this stuff out of their ass. Like George Lucas is gonna come back and make a Jar Jar trilogy. Like really? They just come up with this stuff. They just pull it out of their ass.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go make
me and my
independent
friends.
films.
I told my friend. Oh, were you saying, Slav?
I'm gonna make my independent films. Nobody will see them. They're about Jar Jar.
Oh, no,
You
I
seen
was
that
telling
clip
my
where he
friend-
says that?
No, that would be great.
There's
No, I
a
was
clip.
Mhm.
There's a clip where George said after he sold Lucasfilm. He says he's going to go make his own independent films,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
and everybody thought he meant porn.
Yeah, I remember Red Letter Media and the Plinkett
With his
reviews
chocolate
really
wife.
pushed that
Is
viewpoint.
that what we called her? His
Hey,
wife
man,
is
you got to
crazy.
find chocolate wife for a reason, you know.
Yeah,
Me and my
she's gorgeous
friend-
though. Melody Hobson, she's so pretty.
Me and my friend were talking about Mike Zero, and I said, let's play a drinking game. Every time he says George Lucas, Kathleen Kennedy, John Favreau, Dave Filoni, you got to take a shot.
Or Brie Larson or something.
Hey, yeah, Brie Larson, you're gonna
Yeah.
die. You're gonna die.
Have fun not waking up.
You're not, yeah. Cause man, oh man, he just can't. He has a crush on Brie Larson. I swear he does.
Yeah, I feel like they all secretly do, like Geeks and
I
Gamers
do
and all
too.
them.
Brie
Like,
Larson's pretty hot.
She's like-
So.
it's all they talk about is Brie Larson.
You're
Brie
mid.
Larson.
Like,
What?
And right now, some traffic.
That's all they care about.
Good.
Brie Larson, Brie Larson.
The city of Spokane
Weird.
says the unusual
A little
fall
strange.
Getting like ScarJo. A lot of out there.
I wouldn't be surprised if some of them like Kathleen Kennedy.
I mean, I like older women, but like, I'm good.
You see what I'm saying? I'm good on that too.
We got the cold winter snap.
No thanks.
Then it stuck around. The
And
rain,
then,
snow, and cold
Lance, what you
What
doing,
else?
dude?
the asphalt
You said what?
what?
Monroe
What you doing?
caused the
I'm looking
final
at pictures of Dave Filoni.
Riverside Avenue.
Oh, no.
Major projects
What kind of
are
pictures?
done. On North
I don't know.
Road,
Let's let that hate flow through him. I'm
What
sick
that
right
hate-
now.
Friday.
I'm trying to piss myself off.
It's like that's how he
He's
that's how he
trying to
makes his
get mad.
workout prep. The kids is like, Dave. He's like,
He's just trying to get enraged. Dave Filoni's his arch nemesis.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna put a new rule in general.
Oh God.
You don't have power to do that.
Yeah, that's rule 12.
How do you have power to do that? You're a Jedi Knight.
This is
Apparently,
unfair.
he was granted the rank of master.
Because
Yeah.
he's the Senate. He's the Senate, man.
Oh, you said general, not rules. Okay, never mind.
I am the Senate.
Don't gender stereotype.
Who the fuck is that buff dude?
That rule.
I don't know.
Look at
Oh my
that
God.
guy.
Hello.
His whole like
Hello, Titus.
Did I take up the 6th slot?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
whole, like
I,
heck is bigger than my
this,
entire
this was
torso.
not in my intention. I
I got another one. Look at this.
No, it's fine, Titus.
let me see. Because if Marcel wants to get in here, I'll drop out for him.
Are you
I
sure?
didn't. If that's if he wants to hop in.
Canadian.
I was doing a recording with Brennan and Marcel for Despotica, so I wasn't aware of what was happening over on your stream, and knowing that it was like 5 people before I showed up, I kind of feel bad now.
You don't need to feel bad. You showed up first.
Well, I don't know. I'll find out if. All right, Marcel. If you
Hey,
say
look,
so,
Max,
man.
I got your favorite book.
Dark Rendezvous.
That's not my favorite book, but I love that one.
No,
Der Rendezvous.
Love that
I've
book.
declared it your favorite book.
Huh?
He said he
I've
has declared it your favorite book.
Shut up, Jay.
John Stewart classic.
I don't
Hey!
think that can take Darth Plagueis.
Are you threatening me?
No, I'm just telling you to shut up. I'm making a statement.
No.
Actually, I'm making a command. I'm commanding you. / shut up.
Oh, is this racially motivated, Lance?
Yes. Wait, what?
Hey yo, what? Hey yo, what? Hold on a minute. What?
No, it's not. Just shut up, Jay.
Lance, you're racist. Caught him. I knew it.
Okay, Sheev, you're too late, bro.
Sheev.
He called himself Shivas.
Sheeving.
Sheev.
No, I agree with Sheev that the word Sheev is just generally funny. Like I don't know why it's just Sheev.
Well, you know why his name is Sheev, right?
And why is he called Sheev?
Well,
Yo, dude.
it's
He told me he
Don't
actually changed his name to Sheev.
Yeah,
So-
he's Sheev.
I guess George Lucas drew inspiration from the Hindu god of destruction named Shiva.
That's what I was thinking when I hear Sheev.
I thought he just threw a bunch of names in the hat.
That is
that one.
No,
something I never thought about Shiva.
No,
the
Palpatine's
Hindu
name,
god.
like Palpatine, is a variation of Palatine. Palatine was one of the Roman hills and the Romans, they changed from a republic to an empire. So she's Palpatine.
Oh, Marcel's in the chat.
That's interesting. It reminds me how I was reading something that like most Darth names, they're all rooted in like malicious things, like things with like a malicious connotation.
Yeah, like
Darth Sidious,
Sidious.
Darth Insidious,
Yeah.
Darth Phobos, Phobia,
Yeah.
Darth Ryan.
Desolus,
Tyrannus.
Desolation,
Darth Plagueis is plague.
Nihilist.
Plague,
Nihilism.
Nihilism.
Yeah.
Darth
not-
Vader, Dark Father.
Yeah.
Right,
Darth
right.
Sidious, Insidious.
Darth Maul.
I don't know what Scion is like derived
I think the
from.
word scion is supposed to be like from the word scion, meaning like heir. I think
That's weird.
What
Yeah.
about, what
like
about
he's an
Darth
heir of
Chancellor?
pain or something like that. I don't know.
Have you heard about Ken Palpatine talk about Darth Loth, which I believe is literally just German for heir?
Darth
Like,
Air.
there's a guy named Darth Air, literally.
He's taking up a lot of the oxygen, man. I don't know. Ignore my bad
Jeebus.
joke.
Hey, if anybody wants to get
Jeebus
on,
Bay.
I can check out if you want.
That's up to y'all. I don't mind.
You guys
Can
want to
you
hear a
only do
joke?
6 people at a time?
What's
I
the
have
joke?
free. I have free stream.
Better be funny.
Hold on, let me
Alright,
find it.
I'll dip in a minute in case somebody else wants to join.
Also, Slav,
Um,
good to see you in the Discord now.
Yeah, man. I learned there was there's like a what is it, Instagram chat, and then now when there's a Discord.
Right. It's
The
a fun
Instagram chat
place.
has taken a back seat now.
Hope you
Yeah.
stick around. Stick
Yeah.
around.
Now I can talk to people.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
Now I can like put a
Yeah.
bunch of photos and stuff in context because I like Discord much more.
Right.
Yeah, let's see if I can find some gifs that are like
It's just like a bunch of buff men in your song.
Buff men.
Buffman.
yeah. Please no NSF in general and keep racism to a minimum, please.
To a minimum.
You remember the buff memes for the Star Wars characters?
Yeah,
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yes.
Darth Gaines and stuff.
Yeah,
Darth
Darth
Gaines.
Ben Swallow.
Iron. You need to make more meme images like that High Republic you had made.
Oh yes,
That was a certified hood classic. You got to make another one.
that was
yeah.
one I actually had to re-download onto my computer after the thing happened with my hard drive.
Yeah, I'm about to make Lance. I'm about to make a meme for you in the server.
Oh gosh. What did I do now?
Let's see. It's gonna take a little bit to make. Hold on. There it is.
That is
Yeah,
true,
yeah.
Nazo. You can defeat Pablo Hidalgo by depicting him as a soy jack.
We called him
Oh,
bitch.
for the record, Slav, I actually did tweet Pablo that
You did?
I smell estrogen or whatever.
Taste.
I stink estrogen or whatever.
I smell estrogen. Hey Max, I was gonna say I'm so glad that Paul McCartney's canon.
Paul McCartney's canon.
Yeah,
It literally looks just like him.
I know,
saw the
right?
picture, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, Cassie doesn't smile like that.
yeah,
It was weird.
yeah. I'm just so glad to see Cassie so happy, bro.
I know. Got a good singing voice too.
And he got kids and stuff.
And kids and everything. He
Made it really-
apparently lived from Rogue One because he's like 70 something years old right now. Still doing concerts.
And he wasn't Hispanic. He was fooling us the whole time. It was brown face. Yeah.
He also did a song for Destiny. I don't know if anyone plays that.
Oh, I know. I listened to that song. I love Paul McCartney.
Yeah, he's cool. He's cool.
So good.
All right, I made it. Here we go.
All right, did you post it?
Any characters?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I gotta look that up.
It's in general.
Does anyone know if Steve Bloom voices any Star Wars characters? Zeb.
And he voices like various stormtroopers.
He has stock voices.
Yeah, when I was reading the instruction booklet for Mysteries of the Sith, I was so surprised to see his name there.
Who, Steve Bloom?
Yeah.
Why? Why is he mentioned there?
Oh, because he was voicing like characters.
Oh,
Was he like in the acknowledgments or I'm confused. You said in Mysteries of the Sith.
The name Dave.
Yeah, because when my dad bought the game, it came with like the instruction booklet
Oh,
thing.
you're talking about the game.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the novel. The Disney canon novel. Is that what it's called? One with Luke and Lando?
Shadow of the Sith. Yeah.
Yeah,
Shadow
Shadows
of
of
the
the Sith
Sith.
is what it was called. Yeah.
My bad.
It's a good book.
I don't know the names like that.
It's a good book though.
There's another line from Andor that's been in my head a lot.
Takashi and Andor.
Nope, it's
That one.
I'm just a tourist.
I'm just a tourist.
And he gets arrested anyway. Poor guy.
I love Space
The stormtrooper
Miami.
was a douche.
What do y'all think happened to Kino?
I don't know.
He did. Take the
Tony
L.
Gilroy said he doesn't think he's dead, so
I
I
doubt
You know,
it.
my boy.
I want him to be alive, but
I was
Can't
gonna
swim.
when he said he couldn't swim, I was like, give him some floaties, please. It's gonna jump through the screen.
It's like
Yeah.
surely there's some emergency floaties somewhere in that facility.
Right? There's gotta be something, like get a life raft or something.
well, he can't die because he's gonna be Snoke eventually. So
Snoke. I
Snoke.
was seeing some weird theories about that. I was like,
somebody,
oh,
wait, there was actual legitimate theories.
yeah.
Wow,
Weird
fucking,
shit.
It's a Snoke theory. What did you expect?
wow,
Man, I remember all those
Snoke
theories back in the
theory.
day.
Jar
The
Jar
one
Binks.
I believed was Darth
Yes, we do.
Plagueis was Snoke.
Yeah, that's
There's
that's,
like legitimate like
yeah.
evidence that maybe could have suggested it. So
That okay, but people thought it was gonna be Jar Jar. People thought it was Gallius
The most
Rax.
Mace Windu.
outlandish one was Darth
Oh
Sion.
my god, not the Mace
Fucking
Windu.
Darth Sion or
Yeah,
Bendedu.
Mace Windu, Snoke. It was so
Some people
Grand
weird.
said-
Inquisitor.
I wanted it to be a former Inquisitor.
Yeah,
That's
somebody
Why a
That would've been
former
cool.
Inquisitor?
said Grand
What?
Inquisitor.
Said why a
Not the
former
Grand Inquisitor, just a regular Inquisitor, just one of
Okay.
them. Not the
Like
Grand
the-
Inquisitor.
They would
A
say like, oh,
random-
he's like more ancient than Palpatine, and like he like predates the Republican shit. And
He's
it
the
was,
Prime
yeah.
Jedi. Star
They-
Wars theory.
I heard
Snoke
that
is
theory, too.
Ezra.
They were like, oh, Snoke is the Prime
know-
Jedi, and he like turned to the dark side and shit. I was like, what?
What is the context of the Prime Jedi? I know nothing about Disney canon, but please
So, like,
elaborate.
On Octu, where Luke exiles himself, there's like a little, like a shrine. It's like a
Right.
puddle like of water or something with a mosaic in it, and it's like a being sitting cross-legged, and it's like one half is dark side, one half is light side, and he's
Right.
like imbalance, and I guess it's like, you know, the Prime Jedi being the balance between light and dark and having the both sides, you know, simultaneously, I guess, or just having balance in themselves between light and dark. So weird.
That sounds kind of ridiculous. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I hate that whole idea of like, oh, like gray Jedi, like light and dark. Like, I'm sorry, I hate the concept of gray Jedi.
No, I don't have the
Well-
problem with the concept of Great Jedi.
Yeah,
Jedi's
but okay,
misunderstood.
all right, I don't
I
mind
just
it,
hate
but like the way
misunderstood.
some fans take it just makes it really cringe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
majority
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
internet has
No,
it.
They're like
different
in the
lights and
comments, like,
dark.
oh, would you be a Jedi and Sith? And someone's like, I would be a great Jedi. I'm like, ew, you know?
It's because they they
That's-
have the
it's so weird.
misinformed idea that's like using both light and dark.
Yeah,
Which is that's not the case. That's not what a gray Jedi is.
yeah.
I always interpreted it as in like Qui-Gon. That's what I was. That's what.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
was,
Qui-Gon or
yes,
Jelly
he
Bindo.
is
Exactly.
Or he
referred
just
to as
doesn't
that.
agree with the council. And like,
Yeah.
Well, see, there's
that's-
two definitions of Prime Jedi in the EU. There's the
Prime Jedi.
Well, the first
Oh, let me see
definition
if I
is
can get the thing.
the first definition is Jedi who like they're Jedi, but they're like not in league with the Council.
Yes, they don't
And the
adhere to the
second
order.
definition is what more people know of, which does not apply to Qui-Gon at all. But it's that gray Jedi are like they walk that fine line, that they're the balance. But like, I don't see. Here's how I reconcile gray Jedi in my mind, because I've heard arguments from the opposition
The
how this
nicest.
it makes true, or it makes sense, like what the opposition says. Like, yeah, if you use the dark side too much, you will eventually fall to it. That's true.
Right.
So gray Jedi, they just use like 90% of the time they use the light side. That's kind of because I mean, I've read a lot about it, and they're very adamant about not falling to the dark side. They won't say the same thing about the light though, but they won't say they're not adamant about falling to the light either. It's just they just don't fall to the dark side. That's kind of like their whole motive. So like they're light side users. Maybe they do walk that balance between the two, but I mean, you see like Jolie Bendu. Does he seem like a dark side user? He's
No.
not. He's a
No.
light
No,
side
not at
user.
all.
Look at it from like the perspective of Kyle Katarn or Plo Koon. I like the Plo Koon example a lot because was it Jedi vs. Sith: Essential Guide to the Force? Plo Koon elaborates and explains that his use of electric judgment, which is a derivative of Force lightning, Sith lightning, that it is in a way somewhat of a dark side ability, but he's using it for the sake of justice. He's using it for a light-sided cause. So it's not really bringing him down a dark path from what he's saying it as. And I like that point of view.
Isn't Plo Koon?
Or you can look at it like this. I was going to say that they're still called Jedi. So
I don't know, but now what I do get upset with, what I think is objectively wrong. I think you can see even Luke in Fate of the Jedi. I mean, he talked about how you can only be light or dark. You know, Luke said that in Fate of the Jedi. So like even in universe, there's kind of debate surrounding it, which I think is really cool. But what I will not tolerate is when people say it's just a fan made thing. I've seen people claim that. That's not
No, it's
true.
not.
There's plenty of evidence. You don't have to like the concept. That's something completely different. If you don't like it, that's up to you. But to say that it's just a fan thing, I guess there are fan made conclusions
Versions of it.
Yeah.
true. But the idea of gray Jedi, you know, Force users walking between the balance between light and dark side. That was a official thing before the reboot. So again, you don't have to like the concept. I'm indifferent to it personally. I don't really care much for it. I can see both sides. You know, people who like it, people who don't like it. I can see both sides. I'm just kind of like, I guess I'm kind of gray, haha, in this whole thing. But but anyway, my point is, it was an official concept before, you know, the decanonization happened.
I just think the way some fans construe it is really cringe because they
No,
think
like people don't realize there can't be a dark side. The dark side is literally a cancer. You can't have the dark side existing. You know what I'm saying?
the way I see it is like the Sith are the problem because the Sith try to
Yeah.
they try to alter the rules of reality and life by like cheating death and stuff like that, and that's what makes the dark side bad, and that's what the Jedi construe it as. But in reality, it's the Sith that's the problem. It's not the dark side because you can't have dark without light.
Oh yeah.
But the Sith are the ones who make the dark a parasite because they're trying to literally rewrite the rules of reality, bend the Force to their will, and to cheat death, which is against the laws of nature. So I don't think the problem inherently lies with the dark side, but lies with the Sith.
Yeah.
Well,
The
per
Sith-
George, I thought that it was that the true balance to the Force is the light side prevailing over the
Yeah.
dark. Not that they need to coexist as like equal forces, but the light needs to prevail over it, which is the balance.
Oh yeah, no,
And it's imbalanced because the dark is a perversion of the natural order, like you said.
I would
Yeah,
say
it's a tumor.
like the light needs to prevail because the dark only takes and it doesn't like and it's seductive. The dark side it can exist and it has to exist, but you can't like give into it because it'll just lead you down the path to Sith stuff. So the light
So-
has to prevail, but the dark still has to exist. It
What
just can't
about-
be power?
What about other dark side force using groups like the Sorcerers of Toned, the Macrosa Order? What about them?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like maybe they don't have as big as impact on things as like the Sith do, but I don't know.
They don't cause the kind of destruction the Sith does.
Yeah, and they don't
They're
like.
same with the Night Sisters. I mean, the Night Sisters
Yeah.
exist, but they're like they use the dark side, but they're not causing destruction and mayhem like the Sith.
Yeah,
That's why the Jedi were so adamant about going after the Sith and not, the Night Sisters or whatever. Plus,
yeah. Like the
Sith
Night
are
Sisters
actually-
aren't trying to rule the galaxy. So
Yeah, and they're not causing suffering and things like that.
exactly, they're just kind of doing their own thing.
Well, I don't even think technology is like that up there on Dathomir to where they could have that type of intergalactic travel, where they could amass an army to challenge the galaxy. I think in the
But
case
they
of the
have
Sith,
no
it's different.
desire to. They have no desire to.
Yeah,
Why
yeah, they
would-
have no desire to, but even without desire, they have no means of acting on it. If they did have it, the Sith, however, like most Sith, have means of acting on it.
I mean, I'm sure if Night Sisters wanted to leave the planet, they could.
I know
I'm sure-
Mother Talzin's left the planet a couple times, like
I
in
know
the
there
New Jar Jar arc.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mommy Townsend. All right.
No.
Scott, go to my Twitter, like my homepage on Twitter, and then go to tweets and replies. It just scroll down there and you'll see it. It'll be like one of the
Abundance of
first things.
estrogen.
Yes,
Abundance
please go
of
retweet that. That's hilarious.
Scott, you gotta
But-
scroll past the Jar Jar one.
There's some crazy groups though, Max. Like some malicious groups, like the Prophets of the Dark Side. Those guys are crazy. Like,
No, the Prophets of the Dark
Yeah,
Side is.
there's a lot of
yeah.
strange like groups like in
you
the
know about Chronal and how he
Yeah.
raped his own daughter. They
I was disturbed
Yeah.
when I heard that happened to
Yeah.
Sarah.
they
Sounds like
ran a
some
whole
Game of Thrones
train. All the prophets ran a train on her.
Whoa.
That's real. Abel G. Penna Pitt wrote that down, and I don't know why, but
That's
that's
put
what
it in those words. They ran a train on her.
Come
they ran
on.
a train on her.
Yeah.
I hate
That's
Slav.
EU canon.
You can't debunk it. It's facts.
I
There's
also
some
think
there's
it's
some
cool-
themes.
I think it's cool that Sarah's technically did appear in A New Hope.
All right, hey,
Right.
if people want to get on, I'm gonna head off. All right.
Hmm.
All right, bye, Slav.
See
All right.
you.
Take care, dude.
Take care, Slav.
I'm going to put Sheev on since he was waiting longer. Marcel is waiting too.
But Iron, that's a good
Pretty
retcon
awesome
that you
too, right?
mentioned about Saris being in episode 4, the disguise. That's a good retcon.
Yeah, like when I first heard about that, I was like, "Wait, what?" And
Yeah.
that kind of blew my mind.
It's like I don't remember
Mhm.
where I read
Yeah.
this, but I think it was like Sontir fell being episode 4. That might be just like me misremembering something, but I think I read something like that.
Sheev has made it. He is here. He has arrived.
Sheev.
The Senate.
Sheev has been going off on Elon Musk on Twitter.
am the Sheev.
Fuck
Really?
Elon Musk.
Yeah,
Elon Musk is a
I
bigot.
Twitter's
think it's-
gonna explode.
I just think it's funny just seeing how many people are getting so upset.
He's a Giga Chad. Well, why would you hate
I
on
don't know.
Elon Musk?
I don't have an opinion on the whole thing. I think it's both. I think it's all stupid.
He
But
gave us Twitter Blue,
It's
greatest
comedy.
creation.
I think he
Elon
made
Musk-
Twitter a lot more funnier because now you have people, with the name Donald Trump and they're verified saying like,
I
He
love
bought
that.
Twitter Blue.
anyway, what's up, Sheev?
Elon's got a weird head.
And a very punchable face.
Oh yeah.
Ain't that
Wait.
bad. He's made
I-
Twitter a
I want to throw a brick at
obviously
him.
Mr. Trump's not on Twitter no more, so Twitter's been kind of boring. I guess there's EU haters on there too, but whatever. But Musk
Twitter
has
will
made
always
Twitter
be
that much
fun.
more funny because, like I said, you have people named Donald Trump and they're verified saying
Donald
I like
Trump.
dick in my mouth. So
I'm not a Trump supporter, but I think we
I'm
should
not
bring
either.
Trump. We should bring Trump back on Twitter because
Just to see the chaos that would ensue.
It would
Yeah.
be
I would
interesting.
laugh. I would laugh my ass off if Musk brought him back.
Heroes come back.
Oh gosh. His tweets are so funny.
oh yeah, they're gold. They're always gold.
Comedy gold.
Like if you look like at his blog on Truth Social, he was talking about he was basically calling out his competition in his own party, and
I
he
know.
called you know about the Youngkin thing,
The what?
the Youngkin thing.
Isn't that a Glenn Youngkin? I don't remember who
Yeah,
that is.
yeah.
I
So
don't.
yeah, he was calling out the governor, and he said Youngkin sounds Chinese. I was like, what?
Oh, I saw that. I
Oh,
was like,
okay.
Hey,
what?
yo, what?
Huh.
Hold on a minute.
It sounds
Oh
Chinese.
my goodness.
And anybody knows that Glenn Youngkin is the pastiest white guy in Virginia. So come on. Like what?
Hey, he's been going after Ron DeSantis too. I think
Oh yeah, him and Ron DeSantis is beefing now. Well,
they were
it's
like
not
best
even
friends like a few weeks ago. Now they're
I
like
know, right?
mortal enemies.
No. The thing is, in 2016, when Trump used to attack people, he was always counter back. But now he's always throwing the punches. Now Ron DeSantis is not even saying a goddamn thing about him.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, he doesn't need to.
Well, I
calling
just obviously he's doing that because he's gonna run again. And
Yeah.
DeSantis, I mean, he just blew out every other Republican. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
he blew out Chris, but all the other Republicans, I mean,
And
most
the
of them
Republicans.
did not do that well. So compared to what we all thought they would.
Yeah, there was no red wave whatsoever. It was embarrassing. It was. But
I mean, I'm gonna say neutral and all this, but I thought I really did think there would be a red wave because I mean, Biden is pretty unpopular. So
Yeah.
anyway, how do we get into politics again? Oh
we
yeah,
were
Elon
talking
Musk.
about tweets, Twitter.
Why are we
But I was-
talking
yeah.
politics?
It's bound to get into politics sometimes. So.
Yeah,
I
no.
want to talk politics.
Who said they? Yeah, I didn't see a red wave coming.
Where's everyone's political leaning? How about that? We'll start there.
Who wants
Oh,
to
do
If
we
you're
wanna
if
do
you don't
that?
want to
I
Oh,
share,
God.
refuse to participate in such discourse.
Oh no, I'm not brave enough for politics.
Oh yeah.
I
that's
hate
fair. You
politics.
don't have to share if you
Hey
don't.
Steve, you want to start?
All right, so my political leanings are as follows.
Liberal next. I'm just kidding.
Imagine the political compass, the 4 quadrants. I am at the top, and like you go behind it, and I'm like on the other side of it. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay,
Who left?
Jay.
Oh yeah, Jay
Damn.
left us.
Fuck.
Jake
I
left.
offended him. Oh fuck. Oh no.
Oh, his device is not connected. Ha! Anyway,
That's funny.
I guess I'm next. I'm a libertarian. Next. Right-wing libertarian, that is. Let's go next.
I might be libertarian, maybe.
Well, like, I'm libertarian. Like, I have right-wing economic views, but... Well, I'm more conservative economically, but I'm liberal socially. So that's what libertarians are. So. Anyway, who's next? If he wants to go next. I know Titus is going to go, so Max. If you don't want to share, you don't have to.
I think it's obvious.
It's obvious. Sorry, I don't judge people based on appearance or whatever. So.
Wait a minute, what?
Apparently, it's obvious her political beliefs. So, you are a Trump supporter. Next.
Who?
The rest of my family is.
Oh, that sucks.
Half of my family disowned me, so my parents didn't, and my brothers didn't, but everybody on my dad's side did. So
Well, I'm sorry about that. You don't
that's
deserve that.
okay.
No one deserves that.
Yeah, they're douchebags anyway.
Sounds like it.
But no,
Jay,
I lean
are
left.
you going to come back? Because I don't know if Marcel wants to get on. Well, obviously he does. Bring me on. I'll bring you on temporarily. I don't know if Jay's going to be back, but
Here's
Yeah,
how
Marcel's here.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's
Now the party's
Tony. Oh my
starting.
He's
god.
here.
Here's how
Nice
Bernie
to
can
know.
still win. Guys, here's how Bernie can still win. Okay.
Let's do it.
No, I don't talk politics.
Did he even run?
No.
Was he
No,
up for
at this
re-election?
time,
He
no.
I'm not
wasn't?
even from that country. So
Oh, that's true. He was from the rip-off
Yep.
nation.
From the old good old land of A.
I don't think he was up for re-election. I mean, I hope not. I mean, that guy's old.
Bad is
Young people
better
in-
than the burn. Some people never.
I think
learn.
this-
come back. Oh, Jay.
I
Bernie
have strong
Sanders is
opinions about the
81
Sultan
years
of
old.
Zanzibar.
Throw me off when Jay wants to come back on. I just wanted
Yeah,
to.
that's what I
come on.
planned.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I
I'm gonna throw
planned.
you
So I
under the
was-
bus.
Why would we need a Canadian's perspective on politics?
Exactly.
Scott, I think you and I probably have very similar leanings, so you don't need to worry about that. But you know, I go where the wind blows.
My politics changed based on who I'm trolling.
Well, exactly.
Well, I accept everyone no matter what. So I love everybody no matter what. So
Thanks.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's
very
that's
nice.
my political position
Me too.
right there.
Unless
that-
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Now,
You know
look,
that-
American
you know that guy
politics
that
and
I,
Canadians. Go ahead,
Oh.
Chief. Shivas.
You know that Twitter account that I reply to like all the time because he just has continuously bad takes. Script Trooper.
Yeah.
So he just tweeted this out. The reason there were no female officers or aliens or minorities in Star Wars pre-Disney, as far as like the Empire is concerned, was to show the vast difference between the Empire and the rebels philosophically. So he thinks that pre-Disney there just weren't any female or alien Imperial officers at all, and that that Disney's pushing some kind of agenda by including them in various TV and other places.
Well, to be fair, I'm going to be fair here. Dala, no one knew about her anyway. Thrawn was thrown into the unknown regions. And I forget her story.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It really wasn't that big a deal until after the Emperor died. So,
Well, and wasn't Palpatine like extremely xenophobic?
yeah, he was very, in the EU at least. I don't know about the new canon.
I'm pretty sure he's meant to be in the new canon as well.
Somehow,
Which is why he's my avatar, because he represents my values.
so
How
Don't interrupt.
Shivitarian.
somehow they returned.
Oh no.
Yeah, Jay did return.
See you later, guys.
No, Marcel, don't go. No.
Love you, Marcel.
Kick me out.
Okay, bye.
And shout out to Reading with the Revanchist.
Yeah, shout out to my boy.
You know, I just realized that.
Can you guys hear me? Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
No.
can hear you, Jay.
Oh no, you guys can't hear me. Fuck you guys.
I love your avatar. It's great.
Yoda.
Beautiful.
Yoda. I was gonna say, yeah. As soon as we started about talking about politics, I shot out. That's so ironic.
He cartoonishly shot up and said, "Oh boy, politics."
Yeah. I tried to throw Shiva under the bus and ask about his political leanings. I didn't even hear it.
Oh, I said that I was like, imagine the political compass,
Uh-huh.
and you like go to the back of it, like the behind the compass, and that's where I am.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm very
That means
radical.
we don't know what his beliefs are.
I have very extreme beliefs in every direction.
Well, you just said
Interesting.
that the reason why you like Sheev Palpatine is because his beliefs are similar to yours. So
Xenophobia and all
Oh,
that.
Yeah.
fascism.
Genocide.
Fascism, genocide. It's, I mean,
Yeah.
What about Pius Dea?
Base.
no. Oh fuck no.
Pius
not Pius
Dea
Dea.
is more extreme than
Pious
Palpatine.
Dea. I'm
what do
down.
y'all think? Okay, let's start naming Star Wars characters and start giving them political ideologies. How about
Oh,
that?
this is gonna be fun.
right?
Jar Jar.
Jar Jar, he doesn't know.
He doesn't
He
know
doesn't
what politics are.
He
What
stays,
is
he
that?
stays unproblematic.
Yeah.
Mandalore the
Come on.
Ultimate.
Mandalore the Ultimate
my
is a
God.
fascist, right wing.
He is like off right.
Right
Yeah.
wing.
Yeah.
He's like at the very top right of the
No,
quadrant.
we're gonna put him. In
I
a
can't believe
center
it.
of them. Yeah.
Saw
We live in a
Gerrera.
society where honor is considered
Saw
fascism.
Gerrera.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, I'm thinking left.
Oh, Saw Gerrera is definitely.
He is top
Chaotic
left,
left.
top corner left.
chaotic
Yes.
left.
Chaotic
Yeah.
left. Chaotic
He's like-
He
I
just
mean,
kills
every
innocent
time
people.
there's any kind of government body, he rebels against them. I don't know if I'd call him authoritarian.
He's definitely an anarchist type.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe
Very-
then bottom left or bottom
What about
left,
Dave
left
Filoni?
libertarian.
What is
Dave
Dave
Filoni.
Filoni?
He's a centrist.
Dave
He's a
Filoni is a
centrist.
centrist. Yeah, he's
He's
a
a centrist.
pretentious,
Fuck-
like sort of
fuck
like,
him.
oh,
Whichever allows him to have his Ahsoka hentai.
Yeah.
What about Jason Fry?
Jason Fry is centrist maybe. I don't know.
What
Matt
about Kathleen
Wilkins.
Kennedy?
I don't think that's a Star Wars character.
Yeah.
You mentioned Jason Fry.
Bro,
That's not a character either.
Jason Fry's a real Star Wars character.
What's Kathleen Kennedy?
I'm being for I'm being for real. Like in the Central Atlas, like there's two characters that have the faces of Jason Fry and Daniel Wallace. It's awful.
That's
Jason
weird.
Fry's my favorite Star Wars character.
so Ryan Johnson made a cameo in Rogue One, so Ryan Johnson counts.
That's clearly the British Nationalist Party. Hey Marcel, I want to thank you though for letting me come on though again. I appreciate it.
Marcel's a real one.
No, yeah, he's
Oh,
definitely
I was about to say this, but I was looking at Marcel and I was like, he could do a really good Filoni cosplay.
Oh
Yes, we've been saying.
He even does the weird smile.
It's not as venomous.
That's
close.
You can see like humanity behind his eyes.
What about Luke Skywalker?
Giga Chad right wing.
I don't know. I don't think
he's
so.
centrist. He'd be a centrist, like dead in the middle. I think.
Oh, it's oh come on! Everyone when they're doing this, they always put the main character right in the center.
Where is it?
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. Like I don't think he's
Is that Dave Filoni? Or is that Marcel?
I don't know if I'd call
Can't tell
Luke a
the
centrist.
difference.
He definitely has pretty
Stupid
hard
smile.
hit, like very staunch views on in a certain direction.
I feel like Uncle Owen was like conservative.
Oh yeah, he was liberal.
Yeah,
He was
definitely.
definitely
Yeah,
liberal.
he was a farmer on a backwater world. Of course.
Yeah, he's a Republican.
Yeah, he's like the
Indigenous
most
people.
blue collar. Yeah, no, he's like liberal.
Yeah.
Well,
Thought
like
of that.
disintegrated now. So
Boba Fett post being raised by the Tuscans.
Oh, that dude is he's definitely once again. I think he leans on libertarian right.
Libertarian.
Maybe because
He's
like
Boba
free
Fett.
market bounty hunter type stuff. Like, I don't know.
he just goes where the money is.
I would
Yeah.
say Leia's like a moderate Democrat. I would say
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
What's Mon
I
Mothma?
could see that. Maybe.
Mon
that.
Mothma.
Mon
leftist.
Mothma is not a moderate Democrat. She's probably a progressive.
Yeah.
Easily, yeah.
Yeah.
Garn Bell Iblis.
Oh, I was just about to mention him.
Chad.
He's
Chad.
probably like I don't know. I don't want
What
to say
about
he's
Bail
right,
Organa?
but he's right wing. Maybe
Bail Organa
he's a
is
liberal.
definitely libertarian.
What about Uriel Poof?
Maybe.
Oh,
Oh,
you're
I
No,
don't
that's
know.
the real question.
Hey, what about Boris Thalia? How about that?
Oh,
Oh,
he's just a
upright.
bitch.
he's just a punk ass bitch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's,
he's
a,
just
Yeah.
a bitch.
he's a bitch
He's
ass.
he's authoritarian right. for
Fuck
sure.
that
Yeah.
guy.
Definitely.
Stupid Boston piece of shit.
Yeah, fuck-
Boston
fuck-
piece of shit.
Sorry.
Hold on.
Racisms.
I
Hold on
hate
a
that
minute.
fucker.
You hate Bostons now? That's crazy.
No,
Many
I just hate
Bostons
him.
died to get this information, but you weren't one of them.
I
Yeah.
just hate that guy.
He should have
Other
been
Boston
those
One
Jimmy Boston.
Boston you hate.
Although, you know what Boston's I do hate? The ones in Battlefront 2.
Ah,
Those
Oh,
are
I
the
remember
right-
that.
Sile,
Fuck
They will
those guys.
they'll knock out half your health, bro.
I know
they're
Sile
overpowered
Bibble,
for no reason.
guys. Sile Bibble would be a conspiracy theorist because he thinks that communication disruption means it's an invasion.
Festival is catastrophic. You must contact me. We must bow to their wishes.
I think Newt Gunray is like off left.
I just thought of
We
something
must bow
amazing.
to their wishes.
He's definitely
What about Mandalore the Lesser?
everybody I think associated with the Mandalorian somehow is on the right.
Not,
I don't know.
bro, not the Lesser. The Lesser literally kissed the Sith's ass. Like the dude, he's a jobber.
What about
He
Marco
is like the
Ragnos?
most-
Marco
Marco
Ragnos.
Ragnos.
Yeah.
I don't even. I can't even put a finger on it.
I would just say pretty much every Sith is authoritarian.
And, yeah.
Yeah.
So what's Darth Nihilus?
He's just hungry.
He just wants
just
to eat.
hungry.
He doesn't have a
Yeah,
political
he's
opinion.
hungry.
He'll eat you if you're conservative or liberal. He doesn't care.
He has no
Yeah,
time
he's
for
indiscriminate. And that's what we
affiliations.
love about him. He stays in his lane. He's
Cal
flourishing.
Amos is probably he's a gosh, I don't know.
Odin
The alarmist
Sanders,
part
my
is a
dude.
thing.
Cal is
on-
probably a little bit more. He's probably a moderate Democrat too.
Ludo Kresh.
He's a loser.
Yeah.
He's a loser.
Ludo Well,
I agree.
well, Ludo Kresh, he is
Ludicrous.
he's
He's
ludicrous.
ludicrous.
He's a conservative. Like in like Vitel's job, he's literally a conservative.
But he's also
And-
a bitch.
Naga Sadao is the progressive one.
Not
Like
just-
like quite literally in Tales of Jedi, like that's the dynamic between the two.
Scott Mon Mothma's a progressive.
Yeah.
What about Zach?
What about
What about Lupin?
What about Roy Fell?
Rowan Fell.
Oh, Othright.
Yeah, you know that's true. He is an emperor.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I don't know,
Jack.
maybe
Finis
I think
Valorum.
he's right in the
He's
middle.
very rooted in traditional values.
You
Yeah,
said
but he
Valorum?
also like lets aliens in. He doesn't hate Jedi. Well,
You
I
don't
mean,
have to be
pretty
xenophobic
indifferent.
and sexist to be authoritarian, right?
You said he is super traditional. I don't think he is. I think he's
Well,
right in the middle between.
You don't have to be like those things to be traditional. He's very set in the ways of
Valorum.
the Fell Empire.
Valorum is definitely a
I mean, I
Republican.
see that. I think in my view, he's like right in the middle between Oth and Live Right. That's what I would say. Like
Would
he's on that line.
Tarsus Valorum be progressive? Not Finis, but Tarsus.
He's another loser.
Who, Tarsus?
What makes
No,
him
Valorum.
I don't-
a loser?
How is Tarsus a loser? He made the Rusan.
I'm talking about Valorum.
Yeah, there's two of them. You got Tarsus and
Tarsus.
Finis.
I'm talking about the one from the movies.
Oh,
No,
Finis.
the one who created the
He's a
Rusan
loser.
Reformations.
I
Alright,
think
let's talk about-
Tarsus would be
Let's
a
talk about Finis.
progressive.
Let's talk about Finis. Finis.
Yeah, what about
is
Finis?
He's a
I
moderate
don't care
Republican.
about
Over.
He's a Republican.
Valorum is Mike Pence.
That's awful.
That's terrible.
I remember George Lucas compared him to Bill Clinton.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't
there was
think-
some behind the scenes thing I was reading or listening to.
What about Boss Nass?
He's just a Chad. He doesn't
yeah,
care.
You saw
Be gone
Bombad.
with him.
Be gone, team.
You shot a fucking idiot.
What about Qui-Gon?
Qui-Gon.
He's
He's
a
a hippie.
libertarian.
Yeah.
Very.
He's a left wing.
I would say lib left, probably.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
He's a hippie.
Yeah.
I think Obi-Wan is
Are all
left.
Jedis.
What about Dooku?
Oth, right?
Oth, right.
Well, I don't know.
Especially in the EU.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Especially in the EU. Like, if you've read the Revenge of the Sith novelization, he's extremely xenophobic. He doesn't
Yeah.
actually... He only works with aliens on the separatist side because he wants to make them look bad.
This is why I like Canon 2 better.
What about Vader?
We're all Gungans at heart.
Vader is a authoritarian, without a doubt.
Oh, yeah.
I would say
Anakin
authoritarian.
is too, probably.
Definitely. Remember in
What about Yoda?
Anakin's
Yoda-
racist.
Yoda's like the queen. Yoda don't give a shit about politics. He stays out.
What about Mace Windu?
Mace
Oth
Windu.
left.
I don't know.
He's an old head, so I'm trying to
Old
head.
What would Kit Fisto be?
That's a good question.
Like,
I don't know.
Data inconclusive.
He's not even an extremist. He's just very.
He's
blunt.
just cool. He just does
Yeah.
what he wants.
He's
Yeah.
a
Ahsoka's
Chad.
not a Jedi no more, so she don't get to
Yeah.
hear shit about what the Jedi are doing. She's a citizen.
Mhm.
He was right.
What would Quinlan Voss be?
Oh wow, he's
Oh, depends which version of him are we talking
Yeah,
about? The
what
cool one or the one that
personality?
Are we
Dave
talking
Filoni
about
made?
what
The
about
real
the
one.
Giga Chad Legends Voss?
The real one. How about that?
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know.
He did some pretty authoritarian stuff in the name of killing the second Sith.
Yeah.
What about HK-47?
Libertarian.
Yeah.
Meat bags.
What about Revan?
Revan.
Revenant Malik, Revenant Malik, Revenant Malik, Revenant Malik.
Revenant Malik.
How many
Good
times
stuff.
has that
Fine.
said in the game together?
Revenant Malik. Revenant.
Malik's a loser. I don't like Malik.
Why do you don't like Malik?
I don't like you either, Sheev.
Why don't you like Malik?
He
He's
sucks.
a great villain. Why do you not like
Okay,
him?
well, have you ever read the KOTOR comics?
Yes, I've read the KOTOR comics. He's a cuck in them. Yeah, I know.
He is a cuck in them. He's a creep.
cuck, but he makes for a good villain. Yeah, cuck at the same time.
Yeah, that doesn't mean I gotta like him.
He's a cuck.
What about Kyle Katarn?
Oh,
Chad.
right. Sure.
Chad.
He's weird.
Yeah.
Right, definitely.
I know next to nothing about Kyle Katarn.
Just know he's a Chad.
He's kind of like my EU blind spot. Just that
Just
general.
remembering like all his lines from like Jedi Academy when he's in combat. It's just he says the same thing.
I'm not a
over and over
Jedi.
again.
I'm just guy if I like
get my
some
chance to
questions.
repay you.
He's like, "You're joking, right?" Every time he starts fighting.
That's funny.
Pretty tricky.
I have to take a gamer pee. I'll be right back.
What about Grand
What?
Admiral Thrawn?
The game repeat? What is that even?
He's
Never
taking
What-
a
mind.
gamer
what-
pee.
What about Thrawn?
He-
Thrawn?
He's authoritarian.
He's what?
He's authoritarian.
Definitely.
He would be in favor of a military dictatorship. Yep. So-
What about Grand Moff Troktha?
Who?
I like
Eh.
Who? Well, unless you read Empire, it don't make sense. But basically, he tried to create a coup to overthrow Palpatine.
That's right. I knew the name. Holy shit.
Oh, I haven't read those comics. So
They're
I can't
awful.
comment.
They're ass.
Freaking, yeah. They certainly happened.
They certainly happen.
It's awful because like one of the Darth Vader cash grab comics that Dark Horse put out had a much better characterization of Troktha than the actual fucking debut comic of him.
Really?
Yeah.
It's awful. Randy Stradley should castrate himself and write
Cassian
notes. Cassiander.
And,
He's definitely.
Imagine peeing.
dude, I could literally like gush about Andor till I'm blue in the face.
Me too.
Fucking
Same.
great fucking
Awesome.
show.
I love that show, man.
Well, it's funny when they first announced it, all those years ago, and then when it came out, I was like, I didn't know what to think. It's like,
Dude, yeah, when they announced it, it was like announced alongside a shit ton of other projects.
Yeah, and they just
all
got
at the same time.
overshadowed.
It was overshadowed because all these things were coming out. And I was like, that sounds
Ahsoka.
interesting. And they'd be like, oh, they were like, oh, there's like an Andor show, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was one of those people who are like, I'm not really looking forward to
I
it.
don't give a fuck about
I mean, I'm gonna
Cassian
watch it, but
Andor.
like,
What?
look at
I'm
it,
like, what
blue
could it
eye.
possibly do?
How was your
Gamer
gamer
pee
pee,
is
Lance?
over.
Guys, I'm telling you, Ahsoka's gonna be such a great show. It's so great that I remember when it got announced, I read this fucking article claiming that Barriss Offee first appeared in TCW. I literally shat myself.
No.
Yes.
That version of Barriss Offee, maybe.
I heard the same
Like,
thing about
perhaps.
Brendan Voss whenever he was mentioned in Kenobi.
Right.
I was like, well, first of all, even if you're disregarding the EU, he appeared in Phantom Menace as a background character and was
Exactly.
mentioned in Revenge of the Sith, so that's still not correct.
That is
Mhm.
true. Though his appearance in episode 1 is a retcon, but I'll let it slide.
Still happened.
That is true. Well,
Remember, guys, the Ahsoka show was a religious experience for Filoni.
Yes, exactly.
religious.
I'm gonna dress like a priest for the first episode.
I'm gonna let Marcel hop on.
Oh, okay.
we all must become Ahsoka Tano while watching the show.
Bye, Max.
Bye,
Goodbye,
Max.
Max.
Bye, Max. Bye, bye.
Dark tidings.
Hey, Max.
It's the revenge.
Hey!
Max is now my favorite. I hate all of you. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
You hate us all. You have
Kinda-
disowned us.
Oh, he left. No.
Yeah, look,
Full of
he
hating.
left. The revenge chest lagged out.
Marcel.
So, quick plug because I'm going to use Lance's channel. Titus, Brennan, and I just recorded a live reading of a EU play, and I'm going to edit it and post it on my channel sometime
Cool.
tomorrow. So,
Yes.
you know,
The
Beautiful.
Despotica.
send it to your grandparents or whatever. I don't know.
So they
My
can give it a
grandparents are
listen.
dead.
Oh man, I'm sorry. Mine too. I shouldn't have said that.
It's good.
I can't tell this is ironic or not, so I'm not gonna say no.
I only have one grandma left. The only grandparent I have left. But I never met my grandparents, so it's like, or not my grandparents, my grandfathers. I never met them. So it's like, I mean,
Well, I'm
Saying
sorry
the
to hear
grandma
this
I know is
passing.
the only grandma I've
it's
got
okay.
left.
I'm all good. Don't worry about me.
I'm gonna worry about you for the rest of the week.
I know. I feel
Yeah.
terrible. I'm just. Why did I even segue into that? I
Right.
come
It
on
was
here
done,
and
Marcel.
Hey, Lance,
the grandparents are
Lance,
dead. You ass.
hey guys,
Sorry.
we should give
Marcelo.
Lance. We should all give Lance a group hug.
Yeah,
Nah, I'm good.
I'm doing it as
I'll
we
give
speak.
you all. I'll
Grandpa!
game you all.
Group hug.
Here, come in, Lance. Come in.
Join us.
Leave me alone.
Marcel, have you been reading from the Jedi versus Sith book? Is that what you've been reading on your channel?
It's every single EU story in chronological order.
Oh,
or as best
As
as
best you know how.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you're gonna read the book?
Yes, I know
Wait,
how.
did
Every
you
single
skip
EU
Dawn of the
short
Jedi?
story.
Oh,
Okay.
I
No,
heard every
story.
single EU
If you
story.
go back to a couple of the first ones, you'll see the Dawn of Jedi stories are there.
Okay, because I was just thinking you were just picking from random because you like the Tales of the Jedi era, which is fine. I just was wondering.
No,
just
I
short stories.
will be in the Tales of the Jedi era for a while because there's like hundreds and hundreds of short stories in the expanded universe.
All right.
And
I will be.
yeah.
I'll be looking forward to you reading the Lost Tribe of the Sith stuff because I can't be bothered, but
No,
I'd like to know those stories.
Not
reading
the
those stories
ebooks.
because those are novellas. So the
Yeah.
difference, yeah,
Oh,
short-
they don't count. Wow.
They're
No.
not short stories.
they're not short stories; they're novellas.
I thought they were short stories. They just
I
come
mean,
out.
theoretically, the first, I don't know, 7 or 8 are, but the last one is like over 100 pages. I'm not reading that.
Well, I'm gonna cry.
I'm
Oh.
sorry. I might, maybe one day. I don't know. We'll see. I'll read like the novellas. But
Marcel,
what's up?
you should tell them about the very unknown short story that you and Brennan came across, the creation of the Sea Rook.
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't even know how YouTube works with the algorithm. This is apparently like my most popular video in terms of views. But people apparently like space dinosaurs. I learned the other
They
day.
love it.
Kathy Tyers, who wrote the Truce of Bakura, also wrote the Truce of Bakura source book from West End Games, which you don't often see like the author actually write, the RPG source book. I actually don't even know if any of the other authors have done it in the EU that have written like a book, have written like the source book for that book. Maybe they have, I don't know. But she wrote a short story in there about the Sea Rook's creation myth. So
Troy
Oh,
Denning
they
wrote
have-
something for West End Games.
They have that's cool that they have a creation myth. I kind of want to check it out. That sounds interesting.
I'll be Sassy Leia.
Sassy
Leia and Despotica.
In my heart, I've
So,
always been sassy.
Marcel,
Leia.
what's up?
and I guess anyone else who wants to chime in. We really need to play the Dark Strider campaign. We need to actually get that set up or start getting.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to do that on stream or whatever. That'd be a lot of fun.
We need
Who would be
somebody
game
That would be
master?
interesting. Yeah.
who has more time on their hands than either you or me do, Lance, to actually be the game master.
Good lord.
Don't
I
put it on
I
me.
don't know how RPGs work. I've never played one, so this will be my first time.
There's
too.
like a facilitator, like in D&D, they're called the Dungeon Master, Game Master, but it's like a facilitator who kind of guides you through the adventure and decides on the outcome of roles and that kind of thing. So
A campaign.
I'm usually the
like-
dungeon master, but I feel like this task is even a little too daunting for me. So
I create a separate Discord just for those who want to play. I don't know how many players there can be, but
I'd definitely be down for that.
I'd be
do
down.
you know how to set iron? I feel like you know how to do that.
I've read like RPG stuff, and I don't really have much experience with that.
I've been dungeon master a lot of times, but it's just like I feel like being the game master for Dark Strider is just I don't know. feel like that's like probably out of my league, basically.
You'd have to read the look, Scott Johnson and Brendan are into it. You'd have to read the entire campaign book if you wanted to run it, right? Like the players don't necessarily need to, but
Right.
the person who's game master would have to, and they'd have to probably have a passing familiarity with the rule system, which isn't that hard. Like, it's a D6 system, so it means you're just rolling like a 6-sided dice, and anyways, yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. I don't have the time, or else I would offer to do it.
Wow,
I mean,
excuses.
I will.
So who's up to the plate?
I mean, if y'all want to, do y'all want to be like, if you're interested in the Discord, or like, I may create a Discord just to talk about Dark Strider.
We should.
Why make a separate one?
Let me know.
Instead of creating a separate Discord, why don't you just create a channel and
Yeah,
only
just make it a channel.
Yeah.
a locked channel and only invite the people who are interested in playing to that channel, so that nobody else can see it. It's like the exact same thing.
Probably
Seems a tad more logical.
That'd be dumb, I think.
Yeah. You know, half my day is just like thinking of ways to like shit post to Sheev and then sending screenshots of what I'm going to tweet at him on Twitter.
But then he never does, and it's
I
like,
never
man, do it.
I don't want you to think that.
It's not. I don't think that. I just want
Yeah.
you to do it. It'd be fun.
Last time I started flaming Sheev on Twitter, I lost like 4 followers in a day.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
Holy shit!
I have an army of zealots.
I called him like hashtag shill talks or something like that.
Chill talk.
Just a little bit of trolling.
You should start a cult.
Should I? I think I should. I think I will.
All right. What's it gonna
Steve,
be about?
were you interested in that? In the Dark Strider thing?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm that sounds fun.
Okay, because I'm doing it now.
Okay.
I think Slav was saying something about it in the chat.
Yes.
Oh, yep.
Yes.
Slav, do you want to be in it?
Slav.
I just gonna take a second from there.
No.
George Lucas.
Yeah,
George
Robin
Lucas.
Talk.
George Lucas should be the game master.
A stroke of genius on Marcel's part, I will say.
Yeah.
What?
You know what the thing is like, realistically speaking, I don't consider you a shill at all. I think you call it as you see it. If you like something, you say it. If you don't like something, you make a 2-hour video about it.
How it is, yeah.
But
I mean, this isn't new. Being called because I got called a shill by someone called the Knights of Melvin. Apparently, he's like a YouTuber. I've never heard of him.
Knights of
yeah, I've
Melvin.
been to Melvin.
He called me a shill simply for saying that I consider Andor to not only be good, but like on par with, if not better than the OT. And but that's nothing new. I get called a shill anytime I like a thing, and if I don't like a thing, I get called toxic. That's just how it is.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well, I've been called worse.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If all people are calling me as a shill, then I'm fine. My ego isn't bruised, I promise.
You see, I'm in the situation where my friends just think I'm nerdy as fuck, and so they'll be like, oh, why you're watching that, or you're talking about Marvel again, you're talking about DC or Star Wars again.
Like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
Jay,
Yeah. What?
you seen Wakanda Forever yet,
Yeah.
bro?
was it good?
How was it?
It was great. Namor it was awesome.
Oh, you liked it?
Yes, it was
I
great.
loved it.
I couldn't tell. It sounded like you weren't being very genuine there.
No, it's amazing. It's better than the first one by 1,000 times. It's not boring.
Oh well, I didn't
All
like
right,
the
guys.
first
I
one.
created the channel on my Discord, and I invited everyone that said they were interested.
Yeah, I really did like Wakanda Forever, man.
My one gripe:
Talking over Lance. Okay.
there is no
Oh, my bad.
Atlanteans. No
Fuck you,
Atlanteans.
Fuck
They're
you,
talking
Lance.
about Black
Said-
Panther though.
They're
So.
just
Lance.
mutated.
Lance,
I
when
don't
do
care
you
about
want to?
What?
You said fuck me when.
You're gay.
What's wrong with that, eh?
You're gay.
I'm not gay. That's what's wrong with it. Stop
I'm not
pushing your
gay either.
sexuality on me.
Oh yeah, let me stop pushing my agenda. But I don't know what the
You're
fuck is
being
going on.
woke.
I'm being too woke.
Who is it that said you should be open to all sides of the Force?
Your mom.
Palpatine.
Yeah, Palpatine. Yeah, see the
That was
words
the
of
most
Palpatine.
immature thing Lance ever said.
I love a
That-
good,
that-
well placed your mom joke.
That was blue pig comedy.
You don't grow out of it.
Someone's
Oh, no,
phone
the
is
phone's
ringing.
ringing.
That's a
Someone
house
pick up.
phone. That's like a
Someone
home
pick
phone.
up. Is that Marcel?
Only Marcel would be old enough to have a landline.
You know what? It's not me. It's Iron's grandmother. Okay.
Is Iron's grandmother? Is this true, Iron?
We don't own a landline. I'll have you know.
You don't own a landline?
No, it's only cell
Oh,
phones.
thank goodness
Brad.
my grandma picked it up. Ugh.
I got a
Well,
house
don't
phone.
worry, Marcel. When you get to shoveling snow over there, you'll have a landline sooner or later.
We only get like 10 snowfalls a year. I'm telling you guys, Toronto's pretty mild. So
why were you telling your neighbor to shovel snow then?
because during those 10 snowfalls, I mean, anyways, I'm not gonna get into it. It's fine. we went half
Canadian
and half
forecast.
on a snowblower this year, and it's been good. It's gonna be good. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Michigan is getting cold as balls right now, so
Balls.
I don't
Cold
know.
as balls.
I don't know.
Balls.
Balls. Can I put my balls in your jaw?
No.
Idiots.
Base Maxine.
Moving to Canada? Ew, why?
Why would you go there? You can.
Fun
It's like
things to do
moving
in
to Rhode
Canada.
Island, bro.
Number one,
That's very-
leave.
I ain't gonna lie.
Hey.
Me and my uncle, we always talk about moving to Canada. Like we're so serious about it too.
I'll move to Canada when X political figure that I don't like takes power.
Yeah. Everybody.
I don't want to
I'm
go to
moving
Canada because shipping costs.
Oh man, I'm moving to
Well,
Florida.
guys, I kind
You're
of kept
moving-
the stream longer than I anticipated, but we were talking about Dark Strider.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and leave. It's getting late for me. So y'all have a good night. Thanks for joining all that joined. So peace out. Long live the EU. Pablo and Dave, you suck. So, yeah. Bye bye.
Yeah.